And there we go, that's better. That took a bit longer than I wanted to. It hasn't even been 2 minutes, but I'm still not. Whatever. Who cares? You don't care. I don't care. You can just skip like maybe 5 minutes in. Yeah, I meant to start 16 minutes ago, but 6 minutes ago, the fucking music player, it wouldn't work for some reason. This is a program that's that's natively installed on the thing. Why the fuck was it? Why was it not working? I don't know why OBS can't pick it up sometimes. I had to do the weird double open thing to actually have it pick up, where OBS is like, oh wait, shit, that thing actually exists. I should do that actually. I'm being told to detect it? Oh, okay, my bad. I'll do that. It's like, fucking hell. Whatever. And then also, I didn't fully have everything set up beforehand, so hopefully it's all good now. It should be better. Like I did some super light audio testing. The game itself isn't that loud, so who cares? It's fine. It'll be A-okay. Just slapped on that limiter to make sure it didn't go above, what was it, like -30? I'm still pretty sure it goes above it anyways. But you know, nothing louder than how I speak. Or well, from what I'm seeing on the audio mixer, it's not louder than me. Oh, I would like a physical audio mixer though. That might be a nightmare to set up. That would be fun. Oh, I'd need like actual cables. I'd also have to use like an actual mic that isn't USB input. Ah, shit. Whatever. I'll have a look into it. It'd be fun to play around with it. Not even just using it. Maybe just having fun. Just having fun playing with it. It probably isn't the best justification for it. But you know, who cares? I'd actually patch everything in properly through like one audio channel, so I can play funny sound effect without having to fucking obliterate my settings on like Discord to actually, so I don't have to pay them like what, like $14-20 a month just to periodically play shitty noise that makes everybody want me to leave. Whatever. I don't know, man. I can't think of it. I had a whole bit planned for it, but I give up. No, I'm done. I dropped the bit immediately. But that was the bit just for the start. I still have the bit to go overall because I'm gonna do my best to do at least 3 hours. Like give it an actual shot. Because I'm doing the real-time mode, and I think it would be neat if I won. That'd take 6 hours, and that's what? It'd be like 2 in the morning if I did that. Assuming I did it in like one straight shot and I did it on my first go. Which I highly doubt would ever actually happen. That would fucking suck. Good lord, that would be... Oh god, I'm getting tired just thinking about it. That'd be a whole thing and a half. Yeah, oh, that's right, I gotta move this stuff around. You can go over here. You can go over here as well. I don't know if voice mod even works. Hang on, I just need I have that set up for now. Duke voice. No, it doesn't do the thing. Oh well. Close voice mod and open it back up. This takes 7 years, and I got like one joke with it. Maybe 1.5, I'd say. Yeah, that's better. Alright, sick. Oh, I probably don't even have that set up here. Oh no, I do. Okay. I just don't have everything on the audio mixer. Where's the folder? Where did I put the game? Yeah. I'll have OBS open, pretty please. OBS, you're going over onto this monitor. Oh fuck, this monitor's brighter. I might need that actually. Sorry, I'm just switching between the two. Oh, that's a weird Windows thing. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna keep everything here. I could just do, Windows key, then Windows arrow key, to move it to monitors. I just have to hit the left one in order to send it to the one I want. Oh, shift Windows key, okay. Never mind. Alright, sweet. It's up anyways. Let me just... what is it? It was this one? Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, sick. Oh. What is that icon? Yeah, I don't like how they actively move. Don't like it at all. I don't know what's up with the music though. The music was at least decent to listen to while I was setting it up. Holy shit. Oh my god, the piercing eyes. Oh, okay. Oh, they weren't looking the right way. I don't know who that is supposed to be. I just need to make sure everything's set up. Where's the set? There's no settings. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna do that for now, so it's not as annoying on stream end. That should be good to go. Oh yeah, I did. I don't know. Yeah. Oh. All right, joke's over. That sucks. There you go. That was the whole bit. That was the entire bit. Anyways, I'm just gonna super quickly. There's an avatar. There we go. That's better. I'm having the experience. Oh, actually, I should turn that off as well. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, post that. Yeah, this sucks. All right. Okay, here. Knock this back up. Standard. Do the full thing. Also made sure my curse was captured. That it actually works. Also had to bust out my tablet. This is like the first time I'm ever gonna use it. Use it for a stream. Wow, holy shit, that's just scratch lines at the bottom of the desk. That's... Yeah, that guy's there. Can they not be here? Oh, they actually have a shadow of the fan going up on the wall every now and then. Do you like the obvious texture difference with this? It's just a stretch, like, what, 48 pixel image? I actually hate this music. I actually hate this ambience. I might... There's a high chance I'm... I don't like it at all. I swear to God, if I ever fucking open up the cameras and those posters are different, I'm alt-tabbing out of the game and I'm opening up Clip Studio Paint. I'm gonna draw something instead. I'm just gonna draw pedal. Fuck that, I hate that. Oh my god, I hate that poster. I don't like that at all. Scary. No, actually, fuck this. I'm playing the music. None of you guys can hear it, but like, I hate it so much. Actually, you know what? No. We're going back here super quickly. Copy. Paste reference. Read that. Now, where's music? Okay, yeah, music is right there. Yeah, no, I hate it. I don't want any of that ambiance. I'd just rather play this instead. Actually, I might want to skip forwards with this song. Ooh, that's better. That doesn't fit this at all. Holy shit. But... No. Yeah, you better get back. You're not supposed... It's supposed to be safe for the first 10 minutes. No. no, 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 it's not, no. No, it's not supposed to be like that. Where? It's a giant fucking... No, no. I'm supposed to be safe. No, no, I hate this. No, I hate no, 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 no. I can't even do the bit. I had a whole fucking bit planned. That better be him in there. I see open eyes. I'm gonna assume that's him. I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, you aren't supposed to be here by now. I'm supposed to be safe for the first 10 minutes. No, 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 no. I can see your square eyes. No, go away, go away. You aren't supposed to be here. No, 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 no. I had a whole bit. I can't even do it now. I could only I think the whole bit I can only do if I'm talking to someone else. And I can't do that anymore. Where is he? Where did he go? Seriously, where did he go? I can't see him. He just disappeared. He's gone. He doesn't fucking exist anymore. Oh. There he is. Okay, don't play the noise. Okay. Alright. Yeah. This fucking sucks. I can't even... I think I'm gonna have to do the bit just to stick with this. By the way, I've never played... I've only played Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Not legally, by the way. I was in high school. I was in grade 7 when that came out, so that was like the first time I got a laptop of my own. And I think a lot of people actually got laptops of their own, because it was like a school laptop. It was actually a tablet with a keyboard attached that was running Windows 8. And the failure rate was 87% among the school. Somehow I wasn't a part of that 87%. But where is he? I hope he dies. He's not, but he's... I thought the first 10 minutes was safe. I'm gonna, no, fuck this. Fuck this. Holy shit, dude, no. No, you're supposed to not be moving for the first 10 minutes. I thought, was it pressing this guy? Was it pressing that? Was it because I was, oh, this got really bright for some reason. Was it because I was looking at the posters? The ones that I hate, and like, no, let's party. That's a lot of words. I swear to God, if the posters change, I'm gonna cry, genuinely. I don't like how he was already at the door like 4 minutes in. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds till we hit 44, and then I'll just then I actually use my tablet. Hi there. I don't like this at all. Why I don't know why I decided to do this. Or because I was like, or because I remembered like a certain story existed, and I just wanted to have an excuse to torture people with that for a bit, and then I decided to do this to myself. Oh, it's been 44 minutes. Alright, that's my password. Oh god, I don't know if I want to do this actually. Maybe I should just do 3 hours of Clip Studio Paint. not even do anything in it. God, I gotta have like 90% by the time we hit 1 a.m. Fuck. Give me a call. Right. Turn on my monitors. I press that as if anybody can hear it, but I've muted. I've muted this. I've muted it. I've muted it on OBS. So no one can hear it when I press the when I press the nose. I'm actually surprised CD Plus doesn't work. Considering that's how I beat FNAF 1 when I played it. The second one of them moved on a camera, I just insta-hit CD Plus because I'm a fucking coward. And then I just did that all the way until I could get custom night. And I was like, hey, check this out. If you put in 1987, you get a funny golden Freddy jump scare and the game crashes. I maybe should have given a bit more warning to my friends when I was showing that, because I was just like, hey, check this shit out. And then it was just an instant loud noise coming from my laptop. Here. Is he not moving anymore? You know, I'm not gonna complain. He can stay there, fuck him. Oh, fuck. It's 10 minutes. Alright, anyways. Okay, let's see. Where's the webpage? Alright, there it is. Alright, rating. Oh, fuck me. That's right. It is rated explicit. I don't know if I want to read this, actually. I just remembered what's in this masterpiece of literature. What's the chapter index? Sonic's journal, the prom, the two most important people, getting a date, preparations, Espion Rouge, teenage women. That shouldn't exist considering the disclaimer they give. Things change, a bunch of babies, two different fights, Tails and Cream. The most important drama, picking up Silver. Oh, fuck, that's right, the picking up Silver chapter. Oh, the play, Killer on the Loose, and Loose is spelled L-O-O-C-E. That's the funny monkey I like to see. That's the funny noise I like to hear as well. Killer on the Loose, responsibilities, breaking in, the murderer, secret person that offers physical services. New Sonic, evil and bad, the saddest day ever. What went wrong? Tails' song. His song is a whole chapter? And Summer. Alright. I'm gonna start the bit now. Okay, so. Summary. Sonic High School features Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, Espio, and more in crazy high school drama, passionate romances, and crazy cliffhanger endings. It is known as the most addictive story online and is the ultimate Sonic story about high school. The story contains no graphic descriptions and all the high school students are 18 years old. So those are two very important rules. No graphic descriptions and all the high schoolers are 18 years old. One of them is a lie and one of them has to be true. Otherwise this shit is fucked. Just like, I don't like how the posters move. I thought he was in the room. Oh, he's just there? Okay. Anyways, let's do this. Okay, let's see. God, what's the... Oh, this is so dumb. Why did I do this? Okay, it's probably in the closet. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 o'clock, it said, and Sonic screamed. Oh, that's right, I gotta do voices. This is a lot harder when I'm not by myself. Also when I'm playing this fucking game. Where is he? Where the fuck is he walking? Oh Oh shit, he stanced up. Okay, let's see. I could just do this for now. Whenever I just want to spam, bam. Bam, bam, shangling. Oh yeah, I did a test playthrough of just the standard like option, not the real-time one. Freddy moved like 10 seconds in, and I closed out of the game 5 seconds later because he just kept laughing. Okay. Okay, yeah, so Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 o'clock, it said. Sonic screamed, I'm late for school! I have to get to school now, said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room, because he is fast. No time for breakfast, said Sonic as he ran past Sonic's mum. You will regret this, said Sonic's mum, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons and oven mitts on her hands. Aprons, that's plural. Multiple aprons. He's just waiting for me to open up the door. Let's see. Yeah, Sonic did not care. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop where people were getting on the bus. Tails, Knuckles, wait for me, said Sonic as he ran towards the bus. Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic, said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop. He is late, said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck you. Get in here. Just in time, said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid Shuffle for the first time. Holy shit, dude, move. He's just... I don't know, fuck you. Keep this here. Just in time to start half like I did first time. Sonic sat down next to Tails and Knuckles sat behind him, taking up both seats. I am so bad, said Knuckles, laughing because he sat where 2 people could sit. Knuckles did this every day and no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God. The bus drove at the school and parked and they got out. We are at school now, said Tails. It is time to go to class. Sonic was also at school. Oh shit, where did he go? Oh, that's him. That's right, they don't play the noise. Go away. Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day, English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much, and that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. Man, he's still there. Oh my god, I'm only 15 minutes in. Why the fuck did I pick this and not another Sonic game? I could have just played Sonic Heroes again. Let's see. What can I give a choice? Alright, whatever. It is journal day, said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lesson. Mrs. Lesson was tall and white and had gray hair, and she was not pretty. That's debatable. Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I'll read one of your entries to the class. That's right, they're personal journals that they were writing in. They're gonna read it to the class. Oh, cool, he's just staying there now. I'm so glad this fucker isn't coming out for a while. Reading entries to class. Sonic took out his blue journal and ran to the front quickly and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk, all with his head down and not talking or looking to anyone. Sonic was so fast that he did it first. Everyone else did it afterwards and slower. Shit, alright, that's right, the whole plot line of this fucking thing. Oh my god, where is he? Is that him walking? Where did he go? I saw movement back there, but I lost him. He's not in any. He's not here. He shouldn't be allowed to go onto this side. I don't see him. This is bad. Curses are still the same. Where the fuck did he go? Did he just leave the map? He's just walking in an area where I can't see. This is a pretty big blind spot between these two. This is okay. Oh, I should put a flashing light warning up, actually. Ah, fuck, the ambience is back. Oh my god. One of these two is... I think Cheek is gonna start going. Like 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, where is he? I don't feel safe reading the fanfic anymore. Also, the fanfic is... It's like 90 pages long as well. I'm just gonna do this and give myself a little free time to keep reading. I want to read this literature. You aren't supposed to be there. You're not allowed on that side. You better fucking leave. I'm surprised he didn't kill me. He could have. Anyways. Mrs. Lesson grabbed a journal from the pile, and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. Sonic knew this because he had written in it so many times. It was crazy. Mrs. Lesson opened up to a totally random page, and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read. Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem. I have a problem with my balls. They are itchy, and it's difficult to sit still with them because they are so itchy. I have to... That was bad. I could have killed myself right there. What is it? It is so itchy I have to back up against stucco surfaces and rub up and down them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my balls sweat smell like the breath of a thoroughbred, and I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. I hope my doctor calls. Love, Sonic. Oh no, stop reading, said Sonic, but he reacted too late, because it was already read. I looked up and I saw blue and I thought he was at the door. Oh shit. Dude, fuck off. I'm reading. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there. Laugh. It was already read, all of it. Everyone in the class laughed, and Sonic felt like an idiot asshole now because everyone knows all about his ball problems. Sonic felt his rage build up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. Stop laughing at me! Don't tell anyone! Shouted Sonic. But everyone was laughing so loud that they did not hear him, and Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast. Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" and curse words too. What is the problem? Said Tails. Are you mad? Said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded. You should tell... I'm getting thrown off. They need to leave. I'm not gonna make it. They're here for too long. You should tell everyone that it's okay to have problems with your balls, and that they probably have problems they do not want everyone to know about too. Two spelled T-O-O. As in too many ball problems to name. Instead of I have ball problems. Oh, no, never mind. That's the wrong two. Oh shit, where'd they go? Are we scared? Oh, okay. Nothing there. Wait. Nothing there. What the fuck? Dog, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, that's right. I can't do this blindly and then rely on a scary noise. They don't do that. Ah, shit. I mean, I know of a cheat where I can just get them in between the door, and then I'll be invincible. No one else can get in because I'm not in a fail state. Okay. Sweet. Do you want to sub off? Don't have. You should tell him. So stop laughing at me. Sonic thought that Tails was right because Tails was so smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, "Sonic, what is this I heard about you having problems with your penis and balls?" Sonic was so mad, so he punched Knuckles and ran away quick. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It's now second period, so it was okay. And that class was history class. Sonic did not care about history class. "Hey Amy," said Sonic, "check me out." And Sonic did a dance move. I'm pretty sure I can figure out what dance move that is as well. Like, pretty easily. Wow. I don't know how to do a high-pitched voice, despite how my voice actually sounds. Wow, cool, let's kiss, said Amy, and Sonic and Amy kiss right there in the class. Oh god, I'm losing my voice already. I need water. And some other people in the class watched, but the teacher wasn't there, so they didn't get in trouble. And who was gonna tell Sonic he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Let's see. I already forgot my line. I already forgot the line. No! Oh, that's terrifying. They actually look at the cameras. Oh my god, he's giving me fuck me eyes. No. No, that's not allowed. Alright, I'll just do that again. I'm gonna lose, but who cares? As long as I get to read Sonic High School, I'm fine. Who's gonna tell Sonic he can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Amy kissed Sonic so hard that he was thinking, let's have sex. But he didn't say it because the teacher would show up by the time they started to have sex in history class. Sonic kissed back really hard, and it was sexy to everyone. Holy shit, that's right. I think this guy's like 14, 15 when he wrote this. Oh, shit. What sucks is having this lo-fi music playing, this royalty-free lo-fi music, is that I have no clue if... Chica, no, you're not allowed there. Just gonna... Where did they go? Shit. Where did Bonnie go? He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. What? Oh. Where's Chica then? Where did Chica go? Chica didn't leave. Oh, never mind, she's leaving. Oh, she has the bib on backwards. Where's Bonnie? Oh. No, I'm good. Nah, man, I'm fine. Anyways. Let's see. The teacher arrived, and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Amy and Rouge, oh, sweet. Just gonna safety check real quick. Stop that. Oh, not allowed. Okay, bye. They just went into the darkness. I don't know where they went. It'd be cool if they went back to the show stage. Fuck me, she moves quick. Amy and Rouge talked, and they looked at Sonic sometimes, and they laughed. And Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not. Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay ball problems. Oh, that's right. There are gamer words in here that I need to be careful to not read. Hi there. You came at the best time where I'm reading the greatest piece of literature to ever exist while having a panic attack with this game because I can't fucking handle this stuff for some reason. Anyways, ball problems. Let's see. Where was it? And Amy was Sonic's girlfriend. By the way, girlfriend is spelled capital G, capital F. One word. I can just do this. Let's see. But she thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Class ended and Sonic went to Amy quick and did not stop on the way. Hey Amy, why do you go telling Rouge about how we kiss? Smiley face. Sonic said with a smile on his face that meant that he did not care that Amy did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler. Actually, Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everybody found every space one found out about your English class. Wow, Sonic was surprised. He did not know what to say. Alright, take a little quick pause and play the game, because that's the end of the chapter. Right, I'm tempting fate right now. Oh wait, there's directional audio. Because this one's louder. This one's quieter to me. And I say that because I have one earphone in. I have the other one out just so I can hear other stuff. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye. Gonna look at the camera or you're gonna walk backwards again? I did not mean to do that. Dude, I hate this lo-fi music. I can't tell if that's the ambience or not because I'm the only one that can hear the ambience. I saw you look up. Don't you fucking try and lie to me. Where is he going? Oh no, is that what he means? Is that how they go that way? Alright, just temporarily. So I can try and find them. None of them are ever gonna be in there. Oh, you asshole. Why don't you do that to me? Alright. Oh, fuck. Freddy's gonna start now. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I swear to God, these fuckers are just gonna teleport to the other side of the map. Oh, thanks. I'm kind of hoping to post more often. Hi, Chica. Honestly, I just need to find the time to draw more. Because, I spent the most of... Well, not the most of, but a decent chunk today trying to make, like, a ref sheet for pedals. But the problem is, I think I went a little bit too overboard, because, like, not only was I trying to make a ref sheet, which, with everything that I've done, it's all good. I just need to bring it over to my PC, just so I can, like, color it and make the final adjustments and just write down some notes about the character. It's that I tried doing, like, a full body turnaround, like, you know, like, facing forward, like, forward-facing profile, sideways, and then, like, a really... Okay. And, like, a really weird, like... 3/4... Is it? I forgot what the proper words were, but, like, 3/4 angled view of the character from behind. It's really weird to describe. And I've also noticed that I never draw the lower half of pedals because that's normally just a blob. Considering the character. Yeah, I was trying to do that, but, like, hair and all that. It's kind of okay. I'm not too happy with it. I can probably just drop it, considering it's not that important. And it's not a full turnaround. It's just a, like, ref with, like, two basic views, like, forward-facing, sideways, and then, like, the kind of weird mix of forward-facing and sideways that I tend to do with, like, the pedals look. You know, like, because you're not normally meant to see, like, the weird ball that pokes out on the side of her head. That's not meant to be visible normally, but you know, it's stylistically, aesthetically, I don't know. I think it looks nice, pretty much. I just need to finish that up. You know, bring it over to my PC, do some final tweaks. Make sure I'm not drawing at an angle because I noticed that the entire canvas is slanted. And it's like, oh, good lord, this sucks. Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason, the best drawings I make is when I draw on the walls at work, because for some reason I can get away with that. Granted, it's like a stainless steel wall, and like with a marker, I can just quickly wipe it off with like paper towel and hand sanitizer, but still. Hell yeah, that's good to hear. It's... oh, fuck, where is he? That was quick, good lord. I am draining power like crazy. I don't need this. I need that closed. Yeah. Oh, fuck, where is he? Oh, he's back. Never mind. It's Chica. Damn, girl, where are you? Where are you? I'm not hearing anything in the kitchen. Oh, no. No, 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 nah, 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 nah. No thanks, no thanks, I'm good. I'm terrified. I'm fine. Fuck me, dude. Just run, I don't fucking care. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Dude, just run. Just book it. Dude, fuck off. Don't do this to me. Okay, Bonnie's back there. Chica is somewhere. Ah, Chica's probably... oh, not there actually. I don't care. Dude, just run. I want to get back to reading Sonic High School. Wait. No, I thought the little bit around here was Bonnie's nose, but no, it's not. Don't ever do that to me. Don't unhinge your jaw like that ever again. I'm draining power like crazy. I'm just gonna keep that closed for now. Dude, you're not allowed to go this way. Dude, I just want to see Foxy run in real time. Yeah. Where did he go? Yeah, he's gone. It's a defeated walk. Oh, that's awesome. Get back in. I almost said closet, but no, that's Pirate Curve. Never mind. Yeah, get back. Hang your head in shame. Good boy. I don't know why I said that. God. Oh yeah, that's right. I have another pedals doodle that I could press. I forgot about that. I wasn't planning on drawing something post-worthy. I was just like, I'm gonna have fun. And then I did have fun, and then oopsies. I made it look good. Where is everybody? Seriously? Oh. Okay, that's where Chica is. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh god, he's coming back consistently. Oh shit, she's gone. Hey, I'm just gonna... okay, sweet. I gotta keep an eye on Foxy now. This sucks. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm going to die on stream. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm not having a panic attack. You are. God, I wish there was a way to pause this. Actually, I'm not too sure as well, because I've mainly just, most of the art that I've posted was just pedals art, and then yeah, most of it was just OC art, and then also, oh, he's all the way there already. OC art, and then, oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe, because your username does sound familiar, is familiar to me somehow. I feel like I've seen it before. Yeah, I actually highly doubt it's from any post, because it was mainly just pedals art, and then like Fry art, and then the squiggly collab piece. Oh shit, he's gone. I want to hear him run. I want to see him. Ugh. Yeah, like I swear I've seen your name before. I just don't remember where. And I'm also a little bit terrified. When is Fox gonna do funny run? I need to do this. He's gone. Like he's out of here. Why isn't he showing up? I'm also draining power like crazy. This is really bad. Maybe. I'm sure your detective skills would be A-okay. Maybe I need to do this, that. I need to turn the light off. Bold words from someone. Oh, I don't mean to be rude, but very bold words from someone that isn't playing this and absolutely fucking hates this type of look. And I don't mean that as in like, ew, this place is gross. I hate how that it's obviously like a 64 pixel texture stretched out about this. I hate the fact that I'm existing. I almost had a heart attack. That I thought the thing being brought down was because I let something in, not me. Dude, seriously. I was playing this game with a friend, and I knew about the CD plus exploit, where you press CD and then plus on the number pad on the keyboard, and that instantly skips to the end of the night. Where is he? Dude's just gone. Where's Chico as well? I also want to kind of maybe try and get the the cheat where they actually lean into the room, but they won't kill you unless if you bring up the camera, so they just stand there. And the thing is, they body block every single other animatronic that way. Oh shit, Freddy's gonna come out. I'll figure out when Freddy's coming out. Where did he go? Did Foxy just die? Did he trip and fall over? What happened? This is getting way too intense. I just wanted to have like dumb Five Nights at Freddy's ambiance and read Sonic fan fiction. This is too much for me. I am just a simple human being. Probably gonna die. Yeah, seriously, where did Foxy go? He's out of the thing. The thing is, with this being in real time, I have to, like, keep looking at the cameras to see them show up. Oh yeah, I know about the trend of shadow posters in the bathroom. I didn't do it because I think I didn't do it because I'm not I'm not funny enough. Yeah, no, I know that. I also no one can hear the honk but me. I also know of it was like it wasn't a poster, but it was like top text, bottom text, impact, meme font of Shadow being like, "Hey, I've noticed you have some unfolded laundry in your room. Why don't you take the time out of your day to fold it?" And then a friend mentioning how that genuinely helped them fold the laundry. Oh, here's a fun fact about this game. Multiple animatronics can be on the one camera. That that's a little fun fact to sprinkle in. So multiple animatronics could just be hanging out here. No thanks. I don't need that up. Yeah, no, Foxy's gone. I haven't heard the running noise. Oh! Is that him down there? No, I thought he was like hanging out here. No, he's actually just straight up gone. That's terrifying. Where's Bonnie? Dude is actually gone. Did he fall out of the map as well? Is this actually like a 3D map that, where I just have like a 2D overlay on my field of view? And like, pathfinding just broke. Like they're stuck around here, like trying to run. And I just can't see it on the camera. Yeah, where is he? He's actually gone. Like they actually don't exist anymore. No, they exist. Yeah, where is he? Last I saw him, he was in the supply closet. I'm scared. Where is he? That's not him. That's just an empty mask. Well, it's not an empty mask. It has eyes on it, but you know what I mean. They actually... Holy shit, they're gone, actually. Like, they don't exist anymore. Did they fall off the face of the planet? I see Chica. Bonnie has been gone for a while. Never mind, there's Chica. She probably fixed all of them, didn't she? I just hope I make it to an hour. So I'm gonna do this for at least 3 hours. I thought I was gonna read all the way through Sonic High School, but no, I guess not. I guess I just will not be able to. Yeah, where did he go? I'm not gonna... I'm gonna stop breathing forever. Where is he? Freddy. Fred, can you, like, not do the things that you are doing? Oh, there he is. I see his fucking dogs hanging out. She could be. Oh, there's Bonnie. Now he shows up. Why the fuck did you have to show back up, man? I didn't want you to. Is she here? I don't hear anything in the kitchen. Foxy is actually just gone. He just doesn't exist anymore. Foxy died. No one heard that nose honk, and I honestly don't care, because I'm caring more about this. Okay, he's still there. Freddy's still there. I noticed that the camera overlay is a little bit leaning into my thing. None of you guys can hear the Freddy laughter, and I feel like I'm going insane because of it. I mean, oh fuck, he's back. Is that the bitrate? Oh my god, I just realized the bitrate probably is disgusting right now. That's empty Freddy head. Oh fuck, they're all back. Bonnie just wasn't here to give me. I just remembered Freddy doesn't need to. Freddy can just go through the door. No, not through the door. He can just go. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to wait for me to check the cameras. He's not timed. He doesn't give me like 2 seconds to like check the door when he shows up there. He just goes straight in. Oh hell yeah, funny monkey dance as well. I'm so sorry you had to follow while I'm terrified here. Also when I'm not reading Sonic High School. Freddy. Did they seriously just freak me out with him to show up? Freak me out with him showing up once? Okay, that's just Bonnie. I thought Freddy was behind him. Yeah, where is he? I need to stop saying that. No. I need to stop saying that. He's gonna kill me if I keep saying that. If I keep asking where he is, because he's gonna answer. It's a game of Marco Polo where you do not want this. You do not want the other person to respond. Yeah, Cheek is there. First stage is empty. Actually saying show stage reminded me of the FNAF 2 cutscene where like sometimes throughout the night like you look left and right while you're in like the Freddy suit, and then for one of the I'm gonna cry. And for one of the cutscenes like Bonnie and Chica look at you, and then the next cutscene like the puppet like stays directly in front of you as you look left and right. Not gonna lie, when I first saw that, I genuinely started tearing up, because that was terrifying to me. Like, you can only look left and right as you're stuck in this thing, and they all know that you aren't supposed to be there, and they are not going to help you at all. And one of them is just staring at you with like a blank face, and it's just, why do I exist? Existence is pain. Alright, you know what? I wonder if I can try and cheese it a little bit. Freddy's not laughing, so I don't know why I'm not. Okay, those two are back. Yeah, where is he? Is he taking a shit? Oh, that's gonna be disastrous if I need to go to the bathroom in the middle of this. Dude, it's not even 1 AM. Hey, fun fact. In order to beat this, you need at least 90% power by the time you hit 1 AM. Oopsies. Also, apparently you can do this on 20/20/20 mode. Oh god, where did they go? Oh, that's terrifying. I should be doing both. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how they look at the camera. Oh my god, do I get both of them hanging out? Oh. No, never mind. I wanted the both of them to hang out in the West Hall corner. Not to team up to kill me. Oh, Bonnie's back. Okay, I guess he gave up. That's Chica there. Oh, I don't actually, never mind, I would have rather played the Left 4 Dead 2 FNAF map, actually. I just remembered that existed. Alright, you know, I'm just gonna do this real quick. I had a really dumb bit, like, because I have this here. I have this cool guy. I just have it off because I want just like the pure FNAF thing. I also have like like the dumb like other different versions that aren't that good. And then I also have this, which I thought would be a funny bit, but it's not. Oh, how does he speak? Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god, Foxy actually died. Holy shit. I guess one of the animatronics was walking around here when he was supposed to run, and he just despawned because he just didn't know what to do. Whatever. Hello everybody. My name is Markiplier, and today we'll be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, there it is. There's the squad hanging out. Now, a good friend named Yummy Mash played this game. Whatever. I'm doing that. He's by Markiplier. It's not even the right spot for Markiplier's face cam. Also, that face cam, I just took a screenshot of the Five Nights at Freddy's video, for that. So that's like, that's hyper specific for the thing. Can you leave as well, Chica? That'd be pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Alright, open up my tablet again. Okay, let's see. Wait, let me just... Still walking away? Holy shit, dude. I know you're not happy with me, but still. Damn. I hate to see him... what's the quote? Like, hate to see him go... I hate to see him go, but you love to see him walk away, or whatever. I don't know. He's gonna look at the camera again and move. But... You guys ready for when Chica shows up? Actually, fuck this. No. Oh, never mind. Okay, sweet. If I die, I want to try and get the cheese strat where Bonnie and Chica lean in through both doors and no one else can get in and I'm just invincible for the rest of the night. It would suck because I'd need to think of something to say for 6 hours, but still. Oh shit. Oh no, where did you go? Dude, imagine if Golden Freddy had a chance to show up here. I'd cry, like genuinely. I'd cry myself to sleep if Golden Freddy showed up. Like, I'd be that scared. I'm man enough to admit that. I'm man enough to admit that I would actually start crying. It's like, oh, what's the video? It's like, you're about to be clipped by an alpha with a cold heart. And then Freddy started laughing. Oh, no. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, he's leaving. I still hate this poster. You. Okay, Bonnie's back there. Chinkan. At the door? Yeah. I can barely see her, but she's there. Where did Freddy go? Freddy. One, don't kill people. Leave before dark. Okay, alright, buddy. God, where are they all? Hi, Bonnie. Where are they? Holy shit, dude. Oh, bye, Chica. I didn't even notice you. Shit. Where is he? Oh, bye, Bonnie. Hi, Chica. Oh, Freddy, it just isn't on the cameras. Oh, no. Oh, no. He just shows up whenever he wants to, huh? Alright. God. Let me just give myself a break. Damn, boy. Damn, boy, you piss loud. You frying chicken in there? Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have said that, and then, like, the first 3 cameras I see are empty. Nothing in the kitchen. Oh, shit, I'm almost about to hit an hour on my first go. That's... Damn. I mean, I'm going to lose power by the time, like, it hits, like, 2 a.m. Still, that's good. That's a good start. Imagine if I did this consistently. Oh, fuck, they're both leaving. Oh, no. Guys, please, just let me... Can you guys just, like, not do anything for, like, 3 hours as I, like, just epic dramatic read, the entirety of Sonic High School? What's that? Actually, I should unmute this on OBS so you guys can hear the noises as well. Hopefully the music doesn't overpower it. Actually, I'm just gonna lower the music a smidge. There we go. It shouldn't be too overpowering. Where's Chica? Whatever. Alright, let's see. Okay, Sonic High School. Chapter 2, The Prom. The rest of the day for Sonic was awful. So bad it was that Sonic went home and went straight to the bathroom and took a big poop. It was a mad poop because it went out fast. Ugh. It shooted out of his butthole so fast that it was like a gun shooting. Holy shit, dude. Stop, that's all we need to know. His poop stunk so much that even I need to move my mic close to me. Do I do the things that I do? Oh, okay, they just don't exist on the camera sometimes. Okay, cool. Anyways, his poop stunk so much that even the neighbors could smell it, and they all had a meeting, at night about what to do about it. They decided that they would just put fans on outside, and if it really started to smell again, they would do something else. So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted in his pillow, "I hate everything!" Sonic shouted loud, and he heard a knock at his door. "What's wrong, Sonic?" asked Sonic's mom. "Nothing." "Oh, nothing," said Sonic. But yeah, like, it's in captions, like it's in quotation marks. "Nothing," said Sonic. Close quotations, said Sonic. God, I love reading the fanfics. I probably wouldn't even notice this if I read it back in the day. Let's see. Okay, just keep it down. I'm trying to watch the T-V, said Sonic's mom to Sonic and left without saying anything else. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out of the window and saw Tails flying there with his flying tails. "Sonic, are you okay?" I'm so sorry you have to follow while I'm reading Sonic High School. Actually, you know what? Welcome. I'm so glad you're following while I'm reading Sonic High School. It is the best piece of literature to ever exist, even if it is a bit dated and it has a couple gamer words that should not be said. I really gotta make sure I don't say them when I read this, because this is not edited. This is like the original text. Let's see. Sonic, are you okay? Asked Tails. I was worried about you, Sonic. Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart and didn't care that Sonic left his pawns around his room so he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. Please be happy, said Tails. Are you there? Sonic went to the window and opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and... Hang on, sorry, I need to actually play this game real quick. Oh, no, in this fanfic, there is no graphic... Hang on, I need to go back a page just so I can read, the thing. Let's see. What is it? It is the ultimate Sonic story about high school. This story contains no graphic descriptions and all the high school students are 18 years old. One of those is a lie and one of them needs to be true. Otherwise shit's fucked. Okay, let's see. Bonnie's still hanging out there. Chica just doesn't exist. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I was worried about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. Please be happy, said Tails. Are you there? Sonic went to the window and opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on his bed because Sonic is strong too. This day was the worst, said Sonic. Everyone thinks I'm everyone thinks I'm a loser because I gave them my journal. Sonic cried a little and Tails put his hand under his face to catch tears. Tears can stain a carpet. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I am always here for you. U is spelt with the letter U. The prom is tonight also. Wow, I forgot, said Sonic. Sonic ran to his closet fast and pulled out his prom uniform. It's a tuxedo, and put it on faster. Is our limo here yet, Tails? Said Sonic while looking at Tails. Yes, Tails said right back. Hang on, I need to play the game again. Oh, Chica's just gone as well. Same as Foxy. Like, they just all break. Whatever. Let's go! And Sonic went outside with Tails and was also in prom clothing, and they went outside and got in the limo. Hang on. I need a... where is it? I'm gonna do this for, like, one-off characters. That should be good. The limo is broken, said the limo driver, who looked like a person but darker colored. Oh, shit. Okay, that's one of the gamer words that I remember being removed. Not gamer words, but... Was that the Emmy sound effect? What the fuck? Oh, it's probably in the music. Never mind. Okay, that's... I need to be way more careful with reading this. I forgot that this was written by, like, a fucking, like, 15-year-old. Back in, like, what? 2014, maybe? Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the limo driver if they could fix it. No, the limo is broken eternally. Alright. There we go, back to normal. What? I already forgot the thing. Said the limo driver. So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, "Let's go!" and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. He used the same quotation, whatever. He used the same quotation marks when a character speaks. Whatever, I don't know. This is like years ago. He's like 14. Well, I'm impressed that a 14-year-old wrote this much. Considering I'm a dumbass that could barely write like a whole paragraph. No, I could write a paragraph, like a whole assignment. This place is scary, said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull and everything looked like it was dead. Sonic looked at Tails. Yeah, it is, said Sonic. Why would they put the prom on the island, said Tails. I don't see anyone else from the school here. Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails okay, and he changed how he addresses the characters. Okay, he set up a trend and he immediately broke it. It's not the first time he's gonna break a trend. Yeah, they just aren't doing anything. Alright. I'm fine with that. With words, Sonic Tails walk forward, and there. Is that the right there? Or over there? Okay, yeah, no, it's the right there. Was a haunted house. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house, and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost, and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Oh god, how do I do this character's voice? Because they're a one-off character, but they are vitally important. Ha ha ha. Sonic and Tails, now you are both here and fallen into my trap, said the man laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature person. It was Eggman. I changed person from the word that they said. Eggman, why you're here? Why are you? Okay, whatever. Sorry, I'm checking the grammar and all that. Oh, Sonic, and shouted at Eggman. Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds? Sonic shook his fists at Eggman and Tails ran at him. What an idiot he was, because a cage fell down from the top of the sky and trapped Tails. You are doomed now, said Eggman. Welcome to the graveyard of you. Okay, that line goes hard, actually. Are they not moving because they're listening to me read the fanfic? That would be amazing if this had, like, somewhat mic support and me speaking is, like, stopping them from moving. Graveyard of you. Sonic was shocked but did not run forward because he did not want to get caught too. But what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know, so he went to the side into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It was still scary though. Sonic said, I need to find a way out and save Tails. And he walked into a door that was on the next wall. Next thing, said Sonic, and he came out of the room into the same room he was in. This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place, said Sonic, thinking a famous saying he saw once on the wall of a Walgreens where it was written. Yeah, just like Olive Garden, because when you're there, you're family. And I love the Sonic movie because of it. They just don't exist. Alright. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic. I kissed Amy and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight. Whatever. Oh god. No, this cannot be real, said Sonic. Sonic knew that he had to do something, but what? Oh, sorry, something but what? No question mark. Alright, next chapter. Chapter 3, the two most important people. Sonic ran the fastest right to Dr. Eggman. Oh, sweet, he got rid of the space between Eggman. Well, Egg and Man. That's neat. I'm proud of him for, like, changing. Dude, I looked here, and, like, when my mouse was circling, I looked there, and I thought that was a giant Freddy head. I could never be a security guard. The nerves would get the better of me. I'd need my headphones and, like, my playlist to not go insane and cry. Alright. Sonic ran the fastest right to Dr. Eggman, right through his traps, and jumped at the floating platform that Eggman was standing on. I'm coming for you, said Sonic, and he jumped up, right to the platform, and got so close, but fell because it was just too high to reach even for Sonic. Sonic said, damn, and ran up, damn. What else? Blah, 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 and ran up the staircase that was in the middle of the big room that were under Eggman. Sonic ran to the top at the top. Sonic ran to the top, and at the top, he jumped again from a higher spot, and this time reached the platform because it was easy to get to it. "Now you are mine!" shouted Sonic right at Eggman in his ear. "I'm not going to fail this easily," said Eggman, who then grabbed a crystal remote control out of his pocket and pressed a button on it. That made the dome of lasers around Eggman. "Get out of here!" He's like, "Get a load of this!" Yelled Egg. "Better luck next time, fuckboy." Yelled Eggman. "I am Eggman, and I will have my way with the treasures of this island," said Eggman. Eggman flew up higher on his platform, and Sonic had already fell from the lasers that were on the floating platform, so Sonic didn't get to go too. Eggman disappeared into a purple and black portal at the top of the ceiling. Ceiling is spelled like the thing that you do to stop water from leaking through cracks. Like sealant. You know, like Flex Seal, that stuff. I've already lost my spot. That were floating on the top of the ceiling, and Sonic was left at the bottom of the room on the middle of the stairs. "Amy still has to be somewhere, and I need to get Tails out of that locked cage." He answered with a comma and not a full stop, said Sonic, thinking about what he should do next. Sonic ran up the stairs really fast and down the hallway at the top of the stairs on the second floor. Sonic picked a door and ran into the door. The room Sonic ran into had a big picture of an old man on it, and he looked just so old that it was like seeing a skeleton right there. Sonic said, "This man probably died ages ago and left all his money from being in real estate to his sons who built this place." Sonic thought this was not the right room to be in, so he left it and went to the next room. I'm so glad Bonnie's listening. I'm so glad Bonnie is a fan of the stream. By the way, real estate, he spells it real A, like no space between real and A. Like Riala, like the Knight's character. Real estate, build this place. God, how does Jason Griffith's Sonic speak again? He's like, "Oh, I get it. No problem. I'm used to stuff like this." Okay, I'll try and do that voice. "Eggman, thanks for the skydiving trip the other day." No, he has gravel when he does that. Oh, I wish I could do a gravelly voice. All the dumb shit that I would do with it. Okay, real estate. Sonic thought this was not the right. Yeah, okay. This was the right room to be in, Sonic knew immediately. There was a big red bed, and Amy was tied with a rope around her feet and hands, and there was another rope around her head with a lock on in her mouth so she couldn't open it or say anything at all. Sonic ran right to the bed without doing anything before doing that and untied Amy with his Sonic speed. "I'm so glad you're here," said Amy. This prom is not turning out like I hoped it would when I bought this dress." Amy was wearing a pretty red dress that was like what she normally wears, but longer, and there were 2 flowers on the 2 of her shoulders. Okay, sweet, so it is modern Amy. Gotcha. Amy's dress also made her boobs look bigger, Sonic noticed. Sonic thought for just a moment this was the perfect moment to get her to give sex to him, but he did not do it because Tails still needed help. Where's the key to open Tails' cage?" said Sonic to Amy. "We need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out of the cage." "Hey guys, it's me, Sonic the Hedgehog." "Ha, what?" "Whoa. I'd like 1 scoop, please." Okay, there we go. I probably need water, which is why my voice is dying. I have a whole bottle right here, but I don't know. Okay, there we go, much better. Okay, we need to open Tails' cage. He can't get out of the cage. I saw Eggman putting a key in the safe behind the picture in the room you were just in," said Amy. So let's get to it." Amy and Sonic ran to the next room and Sonic got there first. He is the faster one of the relationship. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised Sonic's the fast one in the relationship. God. Sonic punched his big strong hand right through the painting like a bodybuilder and found the safe behind the painting. This safe needs a password, said Sonic. What could it be? Sonic thought long and hard about everything he knew about Eggman. Sonic knew Eggman was a person asshole. Holy shit, yeah, no, that... He's using gay as an insult, by the way. That's why I say person. Whenever I say person, high chance I am replacing it with... I'm using that to replace the gamer word. Eggman was a person asshole who always ruined Sonic's plan to be the hero, and now he ruined Sonic's prom. Sonic tapped on his brain and thought harder. Maybe the password's his name, said Amy. Okay, I don't endorse anything that Sonic thinks about here, for the next couple of things. It was not, and Sonic knew it before Sonic put it into the safe lock. I love her for her body, thought Sonic. Sonic thought harder and had an idea. What if the password is Sayuk Sudrelmi? Oh, it's Chaos Emeralds backwards. Finally shouted Sonic at Amy next to him. And Amy, who was there, said, What does that mean? Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, was confused. It is Chaos Emeralds backwards. What he really wants, but messed up so he would not guess it. Screamed Sonic, so happy. Sonic typed the password into the safe, and would you know it, it popped open and there was a big key, so Sonic took it. Sonic ran down the stairs, and then Amy did, and Sonic opened up Tails' cage, and Tails got out. I am so glad to be safe again, thanks to you, Sonic. The day is saved. Tails was smiling, bigger than a crocodile having a silly dream, but Sonic was not. What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now. Oh, what? What is wrong, Sonic? Everything is right now, said Sonic. No, it isn't, said Sonic, so mad and sad. Eggman got away without a real punishment for what he did. Sonic shook his face at the sky, thinking about how Eggman slipped away like a slippery balloon that Sonic let go of. We are all safe, said Amy. That is what really matters. Sonic figured right then that Amy's superpower must be being nice because like he knew before, it wasn't being smart, which Tails was best, and Sonic is also good at it too. Sonic did not think about how his day at school was bad anymore because his balls did not really even itch anymore. Sonic laughed, Tails laughed, Amy laughed. You should have commas between those. And they all went home ready for the next day of high school. Alright, Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Getting a date. Sonic did like in the first chapter and went to school again. Now it is lunchtime and Sonic was in the lunchroom. Sonic was telling all the people at his tails, who were Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Espio, and Charmy B about what did happen yesterday, but Tails already knew, so he was nodding his head like a good friend. And his voice is also dying. Imagine if Chica was just in the door because of that the entire time. Yeah, I guess it really is out of order, huh? What's the chances of saying out of order is the trigger word to have Foxy run? Okay. You should have seen it, said Sonic. I was in the haunted house and I shot Eggman, but I let him get away right before I could have killed him. Sonic laughed and Tails laughed at the same time. Knuckles said, You should stop going on these cool adventures because high school is more important, said Knuckles, and Sonic knew he was right because it is called Sonic High School and it should be more about the high school part. So Sonic asked them all what they're up to. There as in like their apple. When an object, not what they are up to. Well, I am entering the science competition, said Tails. To win the science competition, I have to come up with the best invention, and my invention is this invisibility hat. It makes you invisible, but I can't do it right now because I have to make sure it works perfect for the science competition. Tails was so smart that Sonic knew he would win the science competition because Tails is like Einstein. Oh, Einstein. He spelled Einstein Einestine. It is spelt closer to intestine than Einstein. He could have just looked it up. He could have went famous scientist and then typed that in, and then he would have gotten like the corrected name. Nerd! Shout Knuckles right into Tails' ear. What a bad guy. I am just hanging out, not going. I can't even do Knuckles' voice anymore. No, that hurts. That hurts my throat. I'm not going to be. I am just hanging out and not going to class because I want to cause trouble, said Knuckles. Knuckles was so bad, he would cause trouble. Sonic thought Knuckles was a fuck. Shadow was next to him and he was badder than Knuckles, but in a different way. I'm not gonna be around much longer. Oh, I'm not gonna be around much longer, said Knuckles. He always did. Oh, what? No, this is supposed to be Shadow. God, how do I do the Shadow voice again? It's like, wow, thank you for them. Oh god, the fucking Lego video of Shadow. It's like the best performance that voice actor has ever given for him. The speed of fun. Oh no, I can't even do the Shadow voice. Like any sense of gravel is tearing up my throat now. Okay, I could do I'm not going to be around much longer. Oh wow. I'm not gonna be around much longer, said Shadow. He always did ... ellipses at the end. At the end of what he was saying because it was mysterious. Where are you going? Said Tails because he was curious. I am going to kill my parents. Fun fact, he didn't do the ... anymore. Right after introducing that rule, he drops it. Honestly, as long as he doesn't move, I'm gonna be fine. I feel way better now that I'm actually reading. Said Shadow. See, this is how Shadow was worse than Knuckles. He did serious bad things. At least at the end of the day, Knuckles could sleep. Shadow was too dark for that. I'm going to try out on the football team. Oh no, I'm going to try out on the football team, said Espio. Espio was athletic like Sonic, but not as fast, but he had a horn on his nose that was good for attacking people in front of him, so Sonic thought he would be good at football. I'm going to go try for the play, said Charmy Bee. Charmy Bee was loud and singing always. You're an annoying person, so you should do great. That is just the F slur. Okay, said Knuckles. Don't hurt my feelings, said Charmy. Charmy was used to being hectored, so he was able to remove himself from his potent fury. Did you see Rouge just now? Said Espio. She is looking so hot in her tiny bra. Yeah, this is a 14-year-old, alright. Espio obviously wanted to kiss her deep. You should ask her out. I lost the Sonic voice. You should. Yo, Eggman. Ready? Alright, whatever. You should ask her out, said Sonic. But the prom was yesterday, said Espio. Should be Espio responded. Well, that's okay. You can date anytime, said Sonic. Oh, said Espio. Well, then I am going to kiss and sex her tonight. Espio was like a little boy looking at his mom's boob for the first time. Sonic, that's gross. Sonic and Tails together were both looking at each other, and they wanted to help Espio. Yeah, we're gonna help you get a date, said Sonic and Tails at the same time simultaneously. And we're gonna do it right now, said Sonic and Tails. Sonic and Tails got up and both grabbed one of Espio's arms and dragged him across the room. Sonic did most of the dragging because he was stronger, and put him right at Rouge. What is this about? Said Rouge with a questioning sound. She blinked her eyelids quickly like a race car. What do you want? Why are you here? Espio looked right into her eyes with a passion like 100 barking dogs and said, Rouge, will you go out with me? Espio was sweating and there were drops of sweat dropping of his hands in front of her. I don't know, said Rouge and looked at Espio. Rouge gave him a sexy look that made Espio feel in love. Please do it, said Sonic and Tails together at the same time. Okay, we can go on a date tonight, said Rouge. Sonic and Tails and Espio were stoked and high-fived right there. By the time this night ended, one of them would have done their first sex. Fucking hell. Now here is the hard part, said Espio. How do I put sex in her without getting in trouble? Sonic and Tails looked at each other and thought, uh-oh. And Espio walked out while holding onto Rouge's boobies. Fucking hell. Because they were now boyfriend and girlfriend, and it is allowed to do it. No, I'd say public decency doesn't allow that to happen. Okay, chapter 5, preparations. It was the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all on the way home from school. We are on the bus now, said Tails. No more classes. Tails was happy, but sad, because he was smart. Sonic and Tails sat down together, and Knuckles sat right in the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do, but sometimes did, when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like Espio and Rouge were not on the bus because they were too busy to, not the T-O-O, it's just T-O, like heading to somewhere. Because they were too busy getting ready to go sex tonight, now that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid across the aisle even more stretched out than when he just sat across two seats, because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. How can we help Espio? Yummy yummy in my tummy. Okay, that's the voice. Said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, I don't know, and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy and on the bumpful roads all the way home, and then they all got out at the bus stop that they normally got in the bus at, just like always. Sonic ran out of the bus, and then Tails and Knuckles in order. Time to go home, said Tails. We are almost there, and they walked the rest of the way to home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families, so they did not live together. And Sonic's mom made dinner. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it, and at the end there was a fortune cookie, and Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part, kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis, said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper. He knew it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight when Espio and Rouge went to sex. Then the phone ringed. It rang. Sonic ran to the phone and picked it up and said, hello, into it. It was Tails. I have an idea, said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. I can give Espio my invisibility hat that for the science competition he can use to do sex for Rouge. Sonic smiled so wide, like the King of Fire finding out he burned down New York City with only his fire powers. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not too easy to walk to normally for most people, but Sonic is super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too. Seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic, they knocked on the house and Espio came out of the door. Here is my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear you when you are wearing the hat, or when someone is wearing the hat wants you to also be impossible to see and impossible to hear, screamed Tails, whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud, and she would still say, what? And Tails wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't gonna use them. Espio grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hand and said, cool, thanks, and kept going so Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought it would be good that Espio would get sex into Rouge, so then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex spots even better, because otherwise he would have had to read about it online, because all he knew about was kissing, which wasn't really sex, but it was probably kind of the same thing. and Sonic would just read about it online before talking about it anyways, and he would know the right words for the things then. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy, who was doing the exact same thing at her home, and said, "Hey Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" Sonic waited for a long time at his computer, and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy records set by others. Then finally Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way!" Sonic was so shocked. His brain must have felt like a total idiot. Alright, that's the end of the chapter. I need to see if everybody's okay. I'm so glad it's not a consistent, like, barrage of these guys, because I'd be gone by now. I'd be done. Oh my god. Oh god, that's right. There's stuff going on in this one. Alright. Oh, sorry, I just need to like give myself a little bit of a pump up for this, because this is the fucking sex scene chapter. I don't think I like that too much, so I'm just gonna... Oh god. I'm sorry. Why? I don't know why I'm doing this. Just check again real quick to see if they moved. See if they've moved? See if they have moved. Oh my god, this masterpiece of work is ruining my brain. Alright. Okay. Chapter 6, Espio and Rouge. Espio walked to Rouge's house because it was time for their date together, and all Espio could think about was that they were about to make sex for the first time. Espio looked at the computer and read about what to do and what the right words were so he would know how it works and how to say it right so no one would make fun of him. It was Rouge's house he was at now, and it was in front of him. Espio knocked on Rouge's door. "I hope she is home," said Espio. "Oh, I hope she is home," said Espio, and she was. She opened the door just then. "Hello, I am home," said Rouge, looking always sexy in her tiny baby bra and big cool boobs. Espio thought she looked like the hottest woman in the world, and he could see from here. Where are you taking me on our date tonight?" whispered Rouge in a sex-filled voice. Espio had thought this one over on the way over so that he could say it right the first time and get her to do what he wanted. That's sex. "Well," said Espio, "let me just put on this science hat and we will begin sex." Rouge looked shocked, but she was probably excited too. Espio could tell that they both had an erection. It's supposed to be both had an erection. Either way, that's not the right way to say it. What? said Rouge in a shocked way. "Right here?" Espio said, "Yes, this hat was made by Tails specifically for our date. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear why I'm wearing it." What's Espio's A-rank quote in here? It's like, "Ultimate ninja power." God, of course it's a voice that shreds my throat. That's right, the boss rank A-rank, there's "Death to the Evil One, die Dr. Eggman." I forgot about that quote. That quote's good. Let's see. Espio, it was made by Tails specifically for their date. Espio did a cool face at her because being smart can be cool too as long as you're not a nerd ass. Rouge said, "Okay, let's go inside," and gently grabbed Espio's hand, but he pulled it back and she fell, causing him to fall, and they both together fell onto the grass where they rolled around in it until they were about in the middle of Rouge's house's front lawn, so there was plenty of room around them for activities. "No," said Espio. I want to make sex with you right here." And Espio put on the invisibility hat so nobody could see or hear them, and at a sorry, and a whole new world of possibilities were optioned to them, so they could do sex in whatever way they wanted, and it was time to start sex right now. Espio revealed his big penis, I can't do this, penis to Rouge, who looked at it. Rouge said, "Cool," and took out her vagina. Espio's penis was really big from looking at Rouge, like when he is in church and it is so boring that you just get a boner anyway. That's hyper specific to this guy. Rouge's vagine, I can't say that in relation to these characters. Vagine looked like it was a surprised ghost. Espio's penis approached Rouge like a plane flying down at the airport, but instead of being full of businessmen, it was full of Espio's creamy Italian salad dressing. "Here it comes," cried Espio, ramming his mauve Avenger into Rouge's vagine spot. Rouge screamed sex noises, and Espio messed around with her boobs and face like he was the X-Men arcade game. Espio slapped his big, awesome penis from side to side in her vagine like a hot dog windshield wiper, and Rouge was ripping grass from the lawn. Then Espio used his tail to flip her over. He could do this, to put his penis into her butt. He moved his penis in circles around the hole like he was building a golf course and digging out the back nine. He fucking heard this on a TV show one time, and he dedicated that to memory. Jesus Christ. Rouge was flapping her bat wings like an idiot and not flying because Espio's was holding onto her ass cheeks and pressing into them with his fingers and leaving marks that looked like it said "wow" when combined with the spot where her hole is, and that is what she felt because Espio seemed like a sex professional. Espio used his tail again to flip her over and did all-star sex things like using his penis like a rolling pin on her face and plugging his penis into her belly button to see how far it would go and making a balls hurricane with swirling his balls and her balls. Finally, they both got so sexy that Espio's penis ejaculated and semen came out of it and landed on Rouge, who was lying there on the lawn, but nobody could see them, so it was okay. At that part, Espio screamed, "It's semen time!" and Rouge shouted, "Create generation in me." Espio ejaculated semen into her vagine, and that was what happened. Now that they were done doing sex, they put their penis and vagina and balls away, and Espio took off the invisibility hat, and it was like nothing ever happened, but they both know it did because they were there for it. Bye-bye, said Espio, and Espio walked off her property and away to his house and did the rest of his things until school happened the next day. No aftercare, nothing. Just the fucking nut and go. Alright, buddy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to chapter 7. I'm gonna keep going until something happens. "We had front sex," whispered Espio at the people at his lunch table. Espio was at school in the lunchroom, and also was Tails and Knuckles and Charmy B and Vector too. "I ejaculated from my penis and into her body. Bet you haven't done that." They had not done that. "Wow, cool. You are the coolest after Sonic," said Tails, who was right there so he didn't have to shout. It was good not to shout because this was supposed to be a secret. Tails did not hear the whole school talking about Espio's penis and balls like it was Sonic in chapter 1, but in a different way. Sex. Yeah, speaking of Sonic, where's that person bag?" said Vector, who was the captain of the school's football team. Vector was good at this because he was big and strong and had sharp teeth under his mouth. "Just kidding," said Vector's. "Sonic is cool." I can't do a Vector voice. I'd lose my ability to speak for like 3 months because of that. I'd need my voice box surgically replaced with the fucking digital ones that sound disgusting. "I don't know," said Tails to Vector. Where Sonic was somewhere else, trying to find Amy, who was not at lunch. Sonic was, oh my god, it's a Doki Doki Literature Club. That's not funny. Sonic was knocking on Amy's door at her house. "Are you home?" said Sonic. "Are you home?" It was like Amy was not home because she was not opening the door. Sonic was worried about Amy because she was his only girlfriend, even if she denied his sex offer. So he ran into the door and barged it down like it was made of nothing. Sonic was now in Amy's house. Amy's house was really pink because that was Amy's color. Sonic looked around Amy's house for Amy, but Sonic could not find anyone. Sonic finally went to Amy's bedroom and opened the door up. What Sonic saw next was what he did not expect. Amy was there, tied up on her bed with the thing in her mouth so she couldn't talk. Sonic did a scream and ran over to Amy, who was looking at him with tears in her eyes. She looked sad and starved, like certain people on the planet. I changed that. It's a lot specific. Sonic untied Amy, and she sat up and cried into Sonic's arm. "It was awful," said Amy. "He came into my room and everything and tied me up on this bed and messed up the things in my room." Amy was right. Her room looked messy. "So, get a maid." "Fucking hell," said Sonic, always thinking about a solution to problems. "Who tied you up? Who was it?" "Be calm, Amy. Calm down and talk to me." Sonic patted Amy on the back to help her. "It was Shadow. I saw him outside his house next door with a machine gun and a sword going in his house to kill his mom, and he saw me. He knew I saw him, so he tied me up like a..." Hang on, I'm looking up this word just to know if I need to change it or not. Look up. What is that? It is the life and practice of highway robbery and plunder. It is practiced by a brigand person. Oh, bandit. Okay. "He tied me up like a bandit." Amy said all of this. Sonic was shocked that Amy said this to him. He remembered now in the other part when Shadow said he was going to kill his mom, but no one thought about it more than once because Shadow was always a bad guy. What they didn't realize was Shadow was serious. "Okay, was it him who also said you would not have sex with me on Sonic Messenger?" Sonic said to Amy. "Yes, I did not talk to you then," spoke Amy back to Sonic. "So how do you really feel about it?" asked Sonic, whose brain was now humming with sex ideas. Shit, I don't know," said Amy, still all worked up. "Give me a day. Right now, let's get things right." So Sonic and Amy went back to school where everyone else was besides them. Sonic and Amy saw Espio walking around between a lot of other people. "Here you are," said Espio to Sonic and Amy. "I had sex with Rouge last night. Do not tell everyone," said Espio. "Oh, that's right, you did. I almost forgot," said Sonic. "Hear that, Amy?" And Amy was like, "Yup." "You gotta tell me all about it later so I know what to do to Amy." And Sonic then turned around. Sonic heard a sound coming from down the hallway where someone was coming. It was a really fat guy that looked so huge to him. The fat guy got closer and closer until they could see who it was. It was Rouge. "Wow, you are so fat now," said Espio. "What's that about?" Rouge looked mad and surprised at Espio. "Well, you got me pregnant," said Rouge. "Oh my god," Sonic thought to himself without saying it with his voice. "She is pregnancy fat." This means that she will have a baby. Amy was smiling for real to Rouge. "That is so nice. I hope you have a great baby," said Amy. Sonic tried to be a good boyfriend and said, "Hope your baby is cool," and smiled. Espio looked more worried than everybody else. "So I'm going to be your baby's dad?" said Espio, worried and excited both. "And better believe it, slur boy," said a voice that sounded like Shadow's. No, he doesn't deserve an out for that. Get fucked. Fuck them. I feel like I should just like put a YouTube video up on the screen. Alright, what do we got up next? Alright, next chapter. Yeah, I think the game actually broke. Alright, I'm not gonna complain. I get to read more Sonic High School. Alright, sweet. Yeah, he's just still there. He's never gonna move, is he? Nope, it'd be fun. I can unlock 420 mode for this, and then I can cry. for when I hear the Freddy laugh and I want to leave my house in the country because I hate that laugh. Okay, chapter 8. Things change. Shadow! Shouted Sonic. It was Shadow there. Surprised to see me? Said Shadow. We know what you did to your mother, screamed Amy like a crazy man. It was... Shadow cut her off and did not let her finish saying the sentence. You did not see anything. I am Shadow, and I know how to commit crimes. You think I have not killed a person before? I have. Shadow crossed his arms and sneered at Amy, looking at her. But I saw you, then Amy said. You saw nothing. I stopped you, Shadow said. It doesn't matter. You were on your way inside your house to kill your mom, said Amy. Amy shook around because she was all nervous and... her smaller than Rouge's but still good... smaller than Rouge's but still good boobs wiggled a little, and Sonic thought it was cool to see and he wanted to support her. I did not kill my mom. I was going to my house to protect Dr. Eggman. Wait, to protect her from Dr. Eggman, Shadow said. Oh, okay, said Sonic, and Sonic and Espio went to class because it started and they were still in the high school hallway. He was trying to ship my Ultra Chaos Emerald Shards to space so he could collect them in his egg space station, said Shadow to Amy in an explaining way. We've got to do something about him. I understand that you had a reason to tie me up, but do not kill your mother, responded Amy. I was only kidding because the other guys were all being too important about themselves, and I do not think that is a good quality for high school students to be. High school students should be nice and caring and not talk about themselves like they are the best because that will only make us all assholes, which isn't what we should be. Shadow said to Amy, and she understood that he was a good guy and had a reason for tying her up on a bed, even if he had bad times when he was dark and did crimes in the cityscape. They both went to class in different directions, so the conversation ended. Later, after school, Sonic went on Sonic Messenger and talked to Espio. Hey Espio, how are you? Do you know what you're gonna do about being for Rouge's baby? He said into the computer. Listen, Sonic, this is hard for me to say, said Espio into the computer, which went across the internet to Sonic. Oh, that... hang on, no, I'm gonna skip this. Espio, it's okay because it's your decision. Good because I want you to help me on... Oh, shit, okay, I want the science cup. Yeah, no, I'm skipping that. That's baby unaliving stuff. I won the science competition, but you didn't come, Sonic, said Tails in a sad way. I wanted you to come because I'm such a good friend to you, but you did not, but I won anyways without you. Tails was mad at Sonic, which did not usually happen because they were best friends. Wow, I'm sorry, Tails. I was so busy I did not know, said Sonic, trying to make Tails happy again. Kiss my ass, dick! Screamed Tails to Sonic, and he flew out of the room with his flying tails. Oh, this is awful, said Sonic. He is my best friend. Sonic knew this was a big problem, but changed his mind to thinking about Rouge and Espio, and then went over to where Rouge was going to, Vector was there too, which was weird, because he usually was not. Hey Rouge, yeah, sorry for us, Espio, blah 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 blah. I think oh, okay. Rouge answered the questions, but no one was paying attention because they were now glad it was done. Uh-oh, what's this? Said Rouge, suddenly looking like a shocked woman. What? What's wrong? Asked Espio. He was worrying that Rouge found the thing in her salad and was looking at it. I think I'm having baby. Here it comes. Whoa, here it comes. Rouge said this before she could even eat the thing, so everyone knew the baby was coming for real. Oh no, said all of them together but Rouge. Rouge lied down on the ground and they put a curtain around her so no one could really see what was going on. Because it was gonna be gross. They could see a baby start to come out of her butt. It was crying a lot. Everybody wanted the baby to shut up already because they were just trying to have lunch. But now there is a baby coming out in the lunchroom at high school. Damn, that's relatable. Fucking... Dude, like, I just want to eat my sandwich. I made it myself. Mrs. Lesson, who was also the school's nurse, said, "Get out of my way, kids. I have to help get this..." I can't do that voice. I have to help this baby get out of Rouge. Babies are too weak to do this by themselves. Mrs. Lesson went behind the curtain and helped pull the baby out of Rouge's butt, and it was still crying. Could you believe it? Rouge was exhausted from her baby. Yeah, I can believe it. But Mrs. Lesson was not. Mrs. Lesson held the baby in her hands while it was still crying and held it out to everyone. I can do a couple lines of it. "Look at it," said Mrs. Lesson. Rouge's baby was red and had long hair and big white fists. Whoa! Yeah, I just need to check real quick. Yeah, okay, the game's broken. Alright, sweet. I'm not gonna complain. Fuck this. Freddy. Freddy? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I need water first. Hang on. It's insane how doing a really bad, like, gruff voice is... It hurts. Okay. Rouge's baby continued to do crying louder than a monster truck. Sonic looked at the baby really close. "Hey, Espio," Sonic said. "Aren't babies supposed to look like you? Rouge's baby doesn't look like you, but looks like someone else I know." Sonic rubbed his chin and thought about who it was that it looked like. "Yeah, Espio, Rouge's baby looks like Knuckles," said Vector. "Cool, I'm gonna go tell him." Vector ran like a crocodile. Ran like a crocodile would to find Knuckles to tell him that what he said. Rouge was still on the ground, looking all tired and sore, and Mrs. Lesson was rubbing her butt because it was hurting from the baby that came out when she gave birth to the baby. The baby. And this dang baby was still crying. Espio looked worried about it. "You guys are right. Why does not that baby look like me?" Espio went over to Mrs. Lesson, who was holding the baby still, and looked at it closer and could still not see himself in the baby. "This does not make sense," Espio said to the baby. Just then, Vector came out of the door, and there was Knuckles too, huffing and puffing and looking surprised. Knuckles went right to Rouge and looked at the baby and went, "Whoa!" It's just, oh my god. "Hey Mario, it's me." Alright, "Whoa," he said, making that sound when he saw the baby, Rouge's baby, that looked like him. The baby was still crying. Holy shit, Knuckles. "What is wrong with you?" yelled Knuckles at Rouge. "Why did you go and have a baby? Now I gotta be your dad." I can't do that voice. It's shredding my throat. He kept yelling at her with the maddest feelings. Knuckles thought about his horoscope that he read this morning, and it said, "Your biggest fear will come true, so you better watch out." Now he knew what that meant. It was Rouge's baby, because Knuckles did not want this responsibility. It was harder than having a dog. Rouge was tired, and Rouge's baby was crying, but Rouge was crying and scared of Knuckles' volcano rage, and said, "I'm sorry, it was supposed to be Espio's baby. I'm sorry, it wasn't, because he would not treat me like this." Espio was gonna unalive the baby, Rouge. What Rouge said sent Knuckles into the next level of his anger. He turned even redder and looked at Espio. "You have tried to have a it's me, whatever." What's the guy that... I completely oh, McFarland, that's right. McFarland Toys. "You have tried to have a baby with her? Rouge is mine. You are not allowed." Knuckles charged at Espio's, but Vector held him back. Sonic thought, "Vector, why would you bring him here if you know it's just gonna cause trouble?" Espio said, "What? I did not know you are not boyfriend and girlfriend." Espio seemed scared, but still kind of calm. "We are, but it was secret. Now you have to pay." Knuckles kept trying to get at Espio, but Vector was holding him back. And thank goodness Vector was here, because he was the captain of the football team and could restrain him like a crocodile seatbelt that could also talk to you. Knuckles could not get him, so he said, Knuckles could not get to him, so he said, "Tomorrow we will fight. Meet me in the hallway at the end of the school and prepare for me to beat your ass." Shit, man. Knuckles stormed out of the lunchroom and went away. Rouge's baby stopped crying and said, "No, come back." "No, come back. You don't have to fight Espio." But it was too late because Knuckles was so gone by then. That was the baby speaking, just for that line. Rouge patted her baby on. Rouge, you don't pat the baby on the head. They have a soft spot. "You should go to rest and get your sleep, baby. You're probably tired." So Rouge's baby went to sleep and was finally quiet. Espio tried his best to look like a big tough guy and not panic, but he was secretly scared and went back to doing what he was doing before this baby thing happened. So did Sonic too. The rest of the school and getting home from school happened. Sonic did not see Tails or Knuckles for any part of it. Tails was still mad at Sonic. Sonic took out his Sonic phone on his way home and called his girlfriend Amy. By the way, just a quick update. Girlfriend initially was spelt the proper way. Well, no, it was spelt girl space friend, lower caps for all of it. Then it became girlfriend as one word, capital G, capital F. And then it became girl space friend with a capital G and capital F. And now it's gone back to girlfriend as one word with a capital G and capital F. On his way, and called his girlfriend Amy. "Amy, did you decide if you wanted sex?" said Sonic. "You know," said Amy, "Sonic, I am just too stressed out, nervous about everything going on at high school. The things are so crazy." "Damn," said Sonic and hung up the phone and finished getting home. Holy shit, Sonic, you're an asshole. Alright. Just getting home. Sonic thought he would never be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy at this rate. It was almost like she had a second boyfriend that Sonic did not know about, and that was why Amy did not want sex from Sonic. Oh, sex from Sonic. I misspelled Sonic. Yeah, I misspell it like that as well. Sonic had dinner and then thought about his friends. Espio and Knuckles were both his friends, but they were intending to fight. What could Sonic do? Sonic figured that they are still both his friends, but he would go visit Espio because he was not the one who said to fight, and because Knuckles had spikes on his hands that would make it hard to beat him in a fight. Sonic went to Espio's house. "Ding dong," said Espio's doorbell, and Sonic waited at the door. Espio showed up at the door and opened it. "Hey Sonic, thanks for coming," said Espio to Sonic. "You gotta help me prepare for this fight. We could start by learning how to get rid of puncture wounds. I was trying not to look nervous to Knuckles, but actually I was. Also, did you hear about Charmy B?" "Nope, I did not hear." Oh god, what's the Sonic voice again? "Yo, Eggman!" Okay, there we go. "Nope, I did not hear," said Sonic to Espio. "Knuckles kidnapped that little person, and is threatening to hurt him if I don't show up to fight him tomorrow. So I have to, especially now, because the gods will crush my soul even if Charmy B is an annoying idiot loser," said Espio, then back to Sonic. "Oh no, that is really bad," said Sonic. Sonic knew this now had to happen too, because his morals were probably the best ever. He did not know Knuckles would stoop to such a mean thing. Sonic and Espio then walked into Espio's house and up the stairs to Espio's bedroom. "Our other friend is here too," said Espio, just as he was. Said Espio. There's no comma, full stop, or anything. Just as he was opening the door to his bedroom. Said Espio just as he was opening the door to his bedroom, full stop. Espio finished opening the door and there was Tails, who was standing in Espio's room. The moment Tails saw Sonic, his face turned into a salad of anger, the devil, and lava. Alright, I probably should, like... Oh, fuck. Nope, the game isn't broken. No, fuck this, fuck. No. If he's moving, then everybody else can move. They were just giving me a quiet point. Oh no. Oh fuck. No. Okay, they're not looking like they're all there. I'm just gonna... Freddy. Right. Chapter 10, 2 different fights. Author's note. I was going to make this the last chapter, but everyone just loves it, and my brain keeps exploding with new ideas, so I'm going to continue Sonic High School for some longer time and make more chapters. Okay, chapter 10. Why are you here? Screamed Tails with the anger of a million angry birds. Sonic was shocked because Tails was his best friend, and Tails was smart, but Tails was super pissed at Sonic for not coming to the science competition, even though they were best friends. Sonic moved his mouth, but words didn't come out because he did not know what to say. Sonic was a mixture of mad and sad and frustrating because he did not know what he could do to get Tails to be his friend again. At times like this, Sonic thought about Amy's fine body, and it set his mind at ease. And ease, not as in... You guys saw that, right? Fuck that, no. I almost alt-tabbed out of the game. If it wasn't for the fact that I have one hand on my tablet, like, scrolling through the page, and my other hand, and I'm resting on my other hand, I would have instant alt-tabbed out of the game. What the fuck, Bonnie? What is wrong with you, dude? That's so... Like, I was looking at my tablet, and I looked up, and I was like, hey, that's a weird... Hey, why does the pitch black door now have light spots on it? And then I pressed the light button, and then I saw Bonnie standing there. God. Fuck that. Get out of here, dude. Oh, sweetie is gone. Shit, he actually is moving. Where's Chica? I need to actually make sure everybody's here now, just to be safe. Foxy's still not here. He's still broken. Is Bonnie fully out of the frame? Yep, okay. Okay, he just warped back into place. I don't see Chica. Okay, sweet. Back to the thing. Oh, it probably resets after every hour. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, thinking of a body because it set his mind at ease. Instead of like the actual word ease, it's spelled E''S. I'm here for my oh god, what the fuck was the Sonic voice? Yeah, like man, thanks for the skydiving trip the other day. Okay. Yeah, what? Okay, cool. I'm here for my friend, said Sonic. Our friend Espio. We're still friends too, Tails. You were just too mad to see that. I know what I see, said Tails, kind of screaming. I am so smart. Espio tried to get in between them, even though it was his house, and it was his house that they were in right now, and said, guys, please, let's just make sure I can fight Knuckles and not get owned. Sonic and... I'm so sorry you're following when I'm reading... Actually, no, I'm not sorry you're following when I'm reading this. You get to see pure, like, a master at their craft as I'm reading this out. This is amazing. I almost died while I was reading it, though. I'm not a fan of that. Alright, sweet. Anyways. I need to stop the camera from moving. Let's see. Sonic and Knuckles ignored him for the moment and continued to be in a fuss. I am sorry, bro. I don't understand. What can I do to make our friendship the best one ever once again? Said Sonic to Tails. Tails wiggled his two tails and looked to the side in a thinking way. I don't know, said Tails to Sonic. But you know what? Here, take this. Tails took out a blue book from a spot and threw it on the ground in front of Sonic. It was what it was when Sonic looked at it. It was Sonic's journal. What? How did you get this? Said Sonic to Tails. I gave it to Mrs. Lesson before she read out my balls problems. Balls' problem. Why did he put an apostrophe at balls? No. Freddy, no, Freddy, no, Freddy, no, Freddy, no. Oh, Freddy, go away, Freddy, go away, Freddy. Freddy, get away from the door. Leave. I don't like you. I only like the chicken robot, and that's like maybe 2 specific games. Oh, fuck me. Where is he? Fuck this. I'm closing both doors. Oh, I'm actually gonna run out of power. Oh, no. I'm supposed to be at like 80% at 2 a.m. I'm at 56. Where did he go? He laughed. Where did he disappear to? Bonnie's gone as well. Alright. Anyways, back to the fanfic. I don't fucking know, dude. I lied. I did not go to the science competition that night. I still went to school, but instead of going to the science competition, I used my science hat of invisibility to sneak into Mrs. Lesson's classroom and get your journal. Oh my god. I wanted to get your journal so no one else could read your business and see your ball problems that I know you still have even though you think you are getting better. I was going to give it back to you, but you were not there at the competition like you should have been. Even though I am such a good friend to you. Even now, when I could have been reaching my moment of genius, I was doing a thing for you because I want you to be happy, Tails said to Sonic with a voice of emotion. Sonic did not know what to say. High school drama was so insane to be a part of. Sonic picked up his journal and felt like he was going to cry because he was being an asshole jerk to his best friend who was only trying to make him happy. Tails, you did not have to do this, finally said Sonic respondingly. What matters is that I did, said Tails, and also that you did not care for my special day because you were too busy trying to be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy. Where is he? No, you can't just laugh and not show up. Your laughing indicates movement. That was your whole thing in the original game. Whenever Freddy laughs, he's supposed to move. Ah, shit, Bonnie's back in the picture. Freddy normally comes to the right. I probably just killed myself by not closing the other door. Ah, shit. Yeah, where is he? Boxy's still just straight up gone. That can't be Freddy over there. That's not Freddy there. That's just an empty head. And there. I should have closed the other door. Alright, back to the thing. Said Tails right before he flew out of Espio's bedroom window with his flying tails. And then he did. This is so shitty, said Espio to Sonic, who was now the only other person in his bedroom. I still have to fight Knuckles tomorrow, but your kind of fight with Tails is just as crazy. That is for me to figure out with Tails, said Sonic. Let's go back to making sure you can not be defeated by Knuckles, said Sonic and Espio spent all night in Espio's bedroom, reading books and watching videos about fighting and learning how to be the best at it. By the time the night was over, Espio was ready to face Knuckles. They went to school on this new day, a new adventure, whatever. And school happened, and was over, and now they were in the hall where Knuckles said to meet him to fight. There was a crowd of people around him that included Sonic, who looked worried, Rouge, who looked worried with her baby, and Vector, who was smiling. Also in the crowd was Tails, and with him Cream the Rabbit, who was Charmy Bee's girlfriend. Cream was a little woman and pretty smart, but not as smart as Tails. Her chest was small. I'm changing the word. Chest is a replacement for something else. Her chest was smaller than both Amy's and Rouge's, but they were still high quality in their own way. It is surprising to most people that someone who is not straight, who people assume is not straight, like Charmy, was even allowed to have a girlfriend. But it just goes to show you that the impossible is not what you think it is. Then Espio jumped over the crowd and into the middle where Knuckles was. So you decided to come anyways, said Knuckles. Even though you know your ass is gonna get torn up by my moves. I do not want to fight you, Knuckles, said Espio to Knuckles. But I'm going to do this for Charmy B and Rouge. I'm doing this for Charmy because you kidnapped him, and Rouge because you do not respect her baby. Espio, you tried to kill the baby. Then let's do this, said Knuckles. Knuckles charged at Espio with his fists like an elephant running at a hunter trying to kill him for his powers. But Espio jumped out of the way and onto the wall like a pro jumper, which he learned how to do last night. Espio jumped at Knuckles with a kick move, and Knuckles punched at his foot, and they met with a purple and red explosion of power that knocked them both back. They continued to jump around and attack each other, and they did this for a while. It was difficult to watch for everyone. I just need to... Oh my god. She is pregnancy fat. That's such a dumb line. Oh, Bonnie's gone. Alright, whatever. Okay, Rouge was in the crowd. Hang on, let me just... Alright, sweet. Rouge was in the crowd with her baby. This is so difficult to watch, said Rouge. Violence should not be a solution to conflict. Wow, said Rouge's baby, peeking out between his hands. You are right. Why do people do this? I hate it, said Rouge to Rouge's baby. Rouge had become a different person since she had a baby. She used to only be sexy, but now Rouge is sexy and matronly? Hang on, I'm looking this up real quick. Denoting, relating to, or a characteristic of a staid or conservatively dressed older married woman. Characteristic of a laid or conservatively dressed older married woman, especially one with a somewhat heavy build. Okay. Yes, fuck this evil world, said Rouge's baby. Rouge then revealed her chest to her baby and had him eat from it as a baby would do. Rouge's baby thought this was the best part about being a baby, because not everyone would get cool chests like this delivered onto them on their doorstep like a milkman. Babies did not have to worry about anyways, so Rouge's ace boobs made paradise a reality for baby. For baby, not for the baby. Anyways, Freddy. Oh! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, he's in the room. I don't want to look over there anymore. Nope, I'm not looking. Dude, you just showed up out of nowhere. I'm gonna fucking punch your eyes out. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. No, I'm not looking at that side of the screen anymore. Anyways, back to the fanfic. I have a feeling. Wow, said Rouge's baby. You should lie down and relax. So Rouge lied down on her back, and the fight continued to go on. Knuckles and Espio are both bloody and gross looking, like two waiters who were holding messy foods and then walked into each other, causing the meals to launch into the air and then fall down on them and ruin the nice clothes they got from the store. They were breathing hard and were tired, but they kept going, jumping and kicking and punching and running. It looked like two people doing a dance, but hitting each other also. I can't remember the actual name, but that's an actual martial art. Knuckles kicked his feet out at Espio, but Espio jumped and dodged them and came back down and hit Knuckles in the mouth and knocked him onto the floor / ground. Is this enough yet? Are we done? Shouted Espio to Knuckles. How will this ever end? Knuckles looked up from the ground at Espio standing over him. Knuckles had a twinkle in his eye as he looked up at Espio and crawled towards him. Espio did not do anything but watch him and feel dangerous. Come closer. Come closer, said Knuckles in a whisper voice. So Espio bent down and put his face to Knuckles. Knuckles looked up and down Espio's sweaty purple body and looked into his eyes and said, I respect you, and then grabbed his face as gentle as a deer and kissed him on the mouth. When Knuckles kissed him, he did it extra hard, sometimes with his eyes shut and sometimes looking to Espio's deep yellow eyes that looked like a circus of loving men. Fuck is this? Alliteration isn't the right word, right? I don't know. The way he tries to contextualize and describe everything I don't like. Circus of loving men. Their tongues met in the middle of their mouths like two chicken cutlets that were acting like cats that loved each other. When Espio was watching fighting videos last night, he was not expecting he was going to have to do kissing too, but he liked it. They went on kissing for a full minute while everyone watched, wondering if they were done fighting or just taking a break to kiss. Finally, the back part of Knuckles' body began to lift off the ground while his mouth was still making out with Espio. Eventually, the power became so strong that his mouth was removed from Espio, and they have a connection like a shiny extension cord that connected to an appliance to a wall outlet. Knuckles then began to glow while floating in the air, and the whole place became a little windy. On the side, Tails said to Cream, "Wow, I know what this is. This is a rare moment of science we'll never see probably again in a lifetime or ever. It is called a body donation, and it was invented by Einstein." I still can't get over the fact he spells Einstein as I-N-E-S-T-I-N-E. It's closer to intestine. Invented by intestine. It was when someone reaches a moment of such powerful love that they can choose to restart their lives as a part of that person they love. Intestine invented this by making his wife love him so much one night during a romance pasta dinner that she became a baby that was like him. But then he killed his wife, the baby, because he thought it was too dangerous to have her live on in the world without testing it in a laboratory first. It was a fact that if it looks like magic, it is not magic, it is science, so deal with it. Oh, got him, Tails, earned with facts and logic and reasoning. Knuckles glided on the wind through the crowd of people in the front of him and into Rouge's mouth, where he disappeared into. It was a good thing Rouge's baby had premonitions and told her to lie down, as Knuckles then did a U-turn into Rouge's body and it came out of her butt as a newborn baby that looked like Espio. This was all science. Next chapter. Is Bonnie still here? I'm gonna fucking decapitate your head, Bonnie. Little fucking coward wanted to turn it off. Dude, you didn't even show up. I turned the light on, went, okay, no one's there. Turned here, turned the light on. Okay, no one's there. Hi, Expelled Kaiju. Thank you for following. I'm really sorry that you had to follow when Bonnie's fucking sticking his head in here. When he showed up out of nowhere. I don't know. I checked the light, I checked the light, I turn back, and he's just here. He wasn't even there when I checked it. It was like clear lighting. Whatever, I'm just gonna look to this. I'm gonna look to the side here. I'm just not gonna use the camera. If I hear Freddy laugh, I'll just close the door until I hear him laugh again. Anyways, chapter 11. Oh, Tails and Cream. I don't know if I want to read this because there's a warning that it's a sex scene. I'm gonna keep going until the Tails and Cream stuff shows up. That baby is Espio's, said Tails. Tails, being smart, was right. Knuckles had done an intestine body donation and became Espio and Rouge's baby, but was still Knuckles. Rouge picked the baby up and held him in her other arm because her baby with Knuckles before he became a baby was in her other arm. Now you have two babies to look after, said Tails. Good luck. The fucking Star Fox when you start the stage. Good luck. Sonic was on the other side of the hall and wished that Tails was talking to him, but Tails was still mad at him, so he was not. Rouge grabbed her two babies and then had them both eat from her terrific chest mounds. I don't want to say boobs. As I said, she smiled and felt like a mother, and Sonic thought. She smiled and felt like a mother, and Sonic thought. Full stop. Sonic said what he was thinking and said, Rouge, you should. What's his voice? Rouge, you should name your babies. No. Is pregnancy fat? Yeah, there we go. Rouge, you should name your babies. It'll be hard to tell them apart if you do not. I lost the voice. Rouge thought that this was good. Rouge went over to Espio, who was sitting on the ground, looking bad and tired from fighting Knuckles before he became Espio's baby. Hey Espio, what should we name our baby that looks like you? Said Rouge to Espio. Is it still Knuckles, according to Tails, or should we keep his name? Oh, it is still Knuckles, according to Tails, so we should keep his name Knuckles, said Espio to Rouge. Okay, said Rouge, and I will name my baby with Knuckles before he became a baby Knuckles Jr., because I had him with Knuckles before he became a baby, and he looks like Knuckles before he became a baby. Rouge was happy and walked out of the hall and then out of the school like a bat. And then Espio did the same thing, but in a way that was like a chameleon would instead. Oh god. Hey, Eggman! Baldy McNuggets! Oh god. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to remember the Sonic voice. Oh my god, I can't remember it for some reason. Hey, thanks for the skydiving trip the other day. Whatever, this is... I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna get what I'm gonna do. There's one thing that everyone's forgetting, said Sonic. Charmy B is still locked up at Knuckles' house. I'll go rescue him. Sonic ran out of the school and to Knuckles' house. Oh my god, he didn't... You know how, like, for S's, if you put an apostrophe at the end, you shouldn't do S apostrophe S? It should just be S apostrophe. He did it with Tails earlier, when it didn't need to happen. But now he does apostrophe S for Knuckles. Oh my god, whatever. Sonic ran into Knuckles' mom on the way to his room in his house. Knuckles' mom, said Sonic. What the fuck? I just heard a weird noise. Is that from the game? I heard like a, yeah, like sound. I don't have any noises like that recorded, and that can't be from the music. The music, I've listened to the music playlist. There's no lyrics in this playlist. Well, there's no lyrics in this song. Whatever, I need to keep reading. What do we got? Some things happen and Knuckles looks different. It'll be okay. You'll understand soon enough. Please do not worry. Sonic said this in such a way that Knuckles' mom smiled and kept cooking in the kitchen. Sonic was not just fast, but he was also good at relieving people. Sonic also noticed that Knuckles' mom was kinda hot, with solid boobs that she had developed for decades. Sonic went upstairs to Knuckles' room, which was painted all red, just like Knuckles before he became a baby. There was a cage in the corner of the room and Charmy B was in it. Sonic unlocked the cage with the key on Knuckles' desk and opened up the cage. Come on out, Charmy B, said Sonic. You are rescued. Charmy walked out instead of flying out like he always does and said, Thanks, Sonic. I'm gonna go home and prepare for my role in the play that is soon. I am the lead role. Sonic forgot about the play because the play was the most pretentious thing in school. It was the word I replaced pretentious with something else. No, I replaced something else with pretentious. But it was going to happen, even if no one went to watch it. The next day school happened and Tails was in class with Cream. It was a very difficult science class because Tails was the smartest person in the school and he'd only took the hardest classes. Cream was in the class because she wanted to be mentally challenged. That's not the right wording for that, but whatever. We have a test in this class tomorrow, said Tails to Cream. It is going to be hard, and I have to study for it to make sure I get a good grade. Tails always got good grades, but studied anyways. Tails looked at Cream, who was there. Me too, said Cream to Tails. I know, I have an idea. Why don't you come over to my house tonight and we can study? Studying with you will help me get a better grade. I just know it. The idea was the best thing ever to Tails. Tails secretly had a crush on Cream. Okay, next chapter. That's where the sex scene starts. Gotcha. Okay, chapter 2. The most important... Chapter 2? Chapter 12. I'm losing it. Chapter 12. The most important drama. It was a new day. It was a new day, comma, and... So, whatever, he probably hasn't taken the class where he learns you're not supposed to do that yet. And Sonic woke up from out of his bed and scratched his balls. He could feel the rash in his balls, and it was getting worse than before. Sickness still ravages my balls, said Sonic as he wrote it in his journal that he now had back from Tails when he took it from school after Sonic had given it away to Mrs. Lesson. Oh, it's now Miss Lesson. I guess she got divorced. Sonic was done complaining about his balls and went to school. In history class, he took to Amy. Hey, Amy, said Sonic to Amy. Hi, Sonic, Amy said and kissed him hotly like a girlfriend. What is up? Said Sonic to Amy. It is awful. I have bad news, said Amy to Sonic. That stinks. Do you want to have sex later? Said Sonic to Amy. No, thank you. Everything is so busy right now, said Amy to Sonic. My bad news is that I have to go see... Where did I find this fanfic? That's a good question. I think I got bored I got bored one time when I searched up, like, Sonic fanfictions, and I saw Sonic High School. Hi, Bonnie. Got him. And, like, this was... And, like, just... It was something talking about, like, oh my god, he is, like, the best or, like, the worst Sonic fanfics, and Sonic High School was mentioned. And I skimmed through a couple chapters, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And then, like, somehow, like, a week later, I heard someone, like, dramatically read it for a bit, but I had to stop because I didn't want to spoil it myself for some reason. Okay, where am I? I have to go see the play tonight for a class. Wow, that is so unfair, said Sonic to Emu. Even the principal says that the play is super lame, but I guess you have to go. Sorry. The school play was so lame. I replaced... Lame is a replaced word. I want to know if you would come with me, said Amy in a way to Sonic that sounded like she was trying to be attractive. The play will be much better with someone else there. This is real bad news. I do not want to go near the play. But I will go so we can have sex later, said Sonic back to Amy. Amy kissed Sonic, and so did Sonic to Amy, and they made such a cute, hot couple. Then Sonic and Amy had the rest of the class, and Sonic went to another class thinking about how much it was gonna suck that he has to go to the play tonight. The play was just a bunch of people doing replaced word things and music like a car full of losers. Dude, okay, I'm just gonna say, the replaced words, like, the quote is, like, the play is so gay. I'm just, like, you know, just using it as an insult. And, like, the year that this was written in. I don't remember what year it was, but it's safe to assume, like, 2014 era, like, around there. So like, when that word was still very much, like, a bad word to say, instead of just a word that describes someone's sexuality. If I'm making any sense with what I'm saying. Sonic was now in a different class where Rouge and Shadow was also in the class. Rouge was with Knuckles, and Knuckles Jr. too, like always now. Hey guys, Sonic said to them. Hey Sonic, said them to Sonic together at the same time to save time. What is new? Said Sonic to them. Charmy has been acting really weird and different lately, said Shadow in a dark way, which is like him. He is probably nervous for the play, said Rouge suggestively. I wouldn't make any assumptions. Wow, but we should keep an eye on him to make sure he's okay. Whoa, I'm Christopher Walken. That's not how Chris Walken sounds, said Knuckles Jr. Knuckles Jr. turned out to be a really cool baby. I foresee something strange happening at the play tonight. I added happening. The play is, insert word here, said everyone together agreeing. Everyone knew it. How are you and Tails doing? Said Shadow to Sonic. I'm just doing the Espio voice. Tails still hates my body, inside and outside, said Sonic with almost tears in his eyes, but he was too big and a man for that. It is too hard to be best friends with someone who hates you and does not want to talk to you. I know how you say it, said Shadow. A lot of people hate me because I am dark, said Shadow. But I am not trying to be a supervillain. It is just who I am. Shadow squinted his eyes at the people around him in a way that is hard to describe and kept going. I do crimes in the city, but I am not a bad person. You could do bad things and mistakes sometimes and still be a good person. And people should still like you for it. Unless you're a really bad person, like Eggman, who is a shit dick. Maybe one day people will see I'm a good person, even if dark. God, I wish I could do like a perfect impression of the current Shadow voice actor, because I genuinely love the recent lines that he got. Like, you hear a bit of gravel in the voice, it's just, oh, it's so good. Anyways. Okay, no one's at the door. Let's see. Sonic listened to what Shadow said so powerfully that it was like Sonic wrote down everything on a piece of paper and put it in a special folder, and put that folder in a safe place so he could always go back to read it. Then Sonic itched at his balls. His balls were a wreck. That class ended, and the rest of the school did too. And Sonic went home thinking about how his balls were like two blimps covered in volcanoes that could fit on the blimps and itched as well. When Sonic got to his home, Sonic's mom walked up to him and said, hang on. Fuck it, Sonic's mom's getting the Duke Nukem voice. There we go, that's better. Sonic, I went to clean your room and saw that you wrote about your ball problems. I am worried about your balls and fear it could be a mortal illness, so I made a doctor's appointment, but first we will have dinner. I got more Chinese food because I know how much you liked it last time. Don't read my journal, Mom! Screamed Sonic. Then Sonic went and ate the food, and just like last time, would you know it? There was a fortune cookie, and Sonic opened it and ate the cookie part and kept the paper inside to read the magical fortune on the paper. He looked at the paper and read it and said, "One man's pubic illness will cause the death of millions." Some people did not believe what fortune cookies said, but Sonic knew they were magic and were always right. Dude, Tails... I don't like Bonnie showing up like this. I want to close the door and just thonk. Fucking stop him from moving in here. Well, 49.69. That's a Bonnie Pog, I guess. I don't know. Hang on. Alright, sweet. I'm just not gonna look at him. I don't want to look at him. I can't read this masterclass of literature if he's still looking. Let's see. Then Sonic went to the doctor. Sonic did not like going to the doctor because he was a thing and made him feel nerves. Sonic went into his doctor room and sat on the chair that the doctor told him to. The doctor took out some papers and looked at them. Hello, Sonic. It's been a while since I saw you last. Sonic's mama tells me you are having a problem with your balls. I'm going to do some tests on you, but first I'm going to look at your papers. I see from looking at your papers that your balls and penis are the biggest in your high school. Good job, Sonic. Why? Okay, congrats, Sonic. In your high school, you have the biggest balls. Okay. The doctor said Sonic appreciated the truth and appreciated the truth. Okay, buddy. And nodded his head and smiled. It was okay to talk about your penis and balls with the doctor because that is what you do. Even if it automatically makes them a thing. The doctor made a lot of money, so being sus was probably worth it. I also like how it's like, hey Sonic, you have the biggest balls and penis in your high school. Meanwhile, like in chapter 2, it's just Sonic is the fast one in the relationship. Okay, buddy. The doctor started doing some tests. Sonic passed all of them awesomely, and even the doctor was surprised at how Sonic was the best at everything, except being smart, which is what Tails was best at. But Sonic was still pretty smart too. Then they got to the last test, which was about Sonic's balls. The doctor took out a test tube and filled it with pieces of Sonic's balls. No! He then tested them with machines. The machines printed out reports about it, and then the doctor took them and looked at them with his very sus eyes. This looks bad, said the doctor, looking at the reports that the machines printed out. about Sonic's balls. "It looks like you have a big disease." "Uh-oh, what do I do?" said Sonic to the doctor, really worried about the welfare of his balls. "I do not know. This is a legendary disease that comes around once every 1,000,000 years. No one has ever found a cure for this disease, and what it can do is very bad. The disease will go from your balls to your penis, and then up to your brain, and it can kill you eventually. There are other things that it does, probably, but I do not know because it's just so rare, and you will just have to call me up and tell me what it does when you find out. All I can tell you right now is to keep your balls away from everyone you know. Do not touch them to other people because it will spread and they will die. And it will spread more and the whole world may be at stake here. Please be safe," said the doctor in a calm way, but also scared because it was so serious. "No, but I have to have my first sex with Amy. We were going to do it at the play, which I'm going to from here," said Sonic, crying, sad and mad and afraid of things. Balls are an important part of sex. Sonic was always so healthy and the fastest person ever, But some things just cannot be stopped, like this ball disease. "Too bad," said the doctor. "If you are doing that, it'll be awful. The first person to die will be Amy. You should not want your girlfriend to die." The doctor was right, but Sonic was still worried about it. "Okay, well I have to go to the play now," said Sonic, and ran out with the most nervous feelings that Sonic had ever had. Sonic thought about it, and it was the most important high school drama. What could be more important? Health or love? Oh, so cute. Why does Bonnie still have to be here? The balls. I'm surprised no one's showing up here. I can't believe I thought the game was broken, but they just gave me downtime, and then just out of nowhere I hear Freddy laugh. It's like, oh god. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat this. Like I'm not even half. I'm at 2 AM. And like, I'm below 50% for my power. I'm supposed to have 80% at 1 AM. And I was down to like 70. Okay. Oh shit, that's right. I'm picking up silver. Okay, I hope you guys like weird car action. A cool car raced through the city streets. "Brrr," said the car as it went down the big street with lots of other cars on it. The city was filled with buildings, filled of buildings with lights and other things like places like McDonald's. Comma, shouted the car as it went back and forth going between other cars, so it did not have to wait in traffic. It says comma. It's just a comma in the thing. Not the word comma, like the icon comma. The car was playing techno and rock and roll music. Techno is short for technology. "Freak," yelled the car, doing a big turn of the city intersection. Oh, tire squeals, okay. "Location update on the Chaos Emerald," said the driver. Oh, location update on the Chaos Emerald, said the driver of the car. The screen blinked to different things and then, in a robot voice, said, "Beep, beep. Ultra Chaos Emerald getting closer." Shadow looked at- oh, look at that. The driver of the car was Shadow. Shadow looked at the map of the screen and drove fast towards the red dot where the last Ultra Chaos Emerald was. "Beep, beep, beep," said the car in a robot voice as Shadow got closer to the dot while driving his car. It was just around the corner now. Shadow did another fast turn at this intersection and right to where the red dot on the map was. "Beep, beep, beep, beep," screamed the car in a robot voice as his car dot and the Ultra Chaos Emerald dot on the map moved into each other and in the real world, Shadow pulled up to the curve where there was a couple of men. I'm getting rid of some of these words here. "Thanks, Omega," said Shadow as he hopped out of the car, which was black and red, and onto the dark city street. He looked at... Oh, that is... okay. He looked at the people standing there and they looked dangerous, but Shadow knew they had the Ultra Chaos Emerald. Shadow took out a gun and pointed it at them and said, "Give me the last Ultra Chaos Emerald." They looked surprised and startled. They checked their pockets, and while they were doing that, the gun became used and Shadow shot all three of them. They were now dead. Shadow reached into the middle one's pocket and found what he came for, the last Ultra Chaos Emerald. They were like regular Chaos Emeralds, but more powerful and a secret until they were found out. Shadow hopped back into his car, Omega, the robot car, and said, Wait, hang on. I need water for this. Okay. I got it. Now I can get one wish to come true. I'm gonna think about what I will use it on before I use it. Shadow looked at the map and said, Get me directions to hamburger restaurant. Omega changed some screens and said in a robot voice, Beep, boop, bop, hamburger restaurant. Fucking
Hamburger restaurant location found.
that robot voice. It is over here. And Shadow looked at where the dot was. It was right nearby, so Shadow drove there with more loud sounds. Shadow went to the drive-thru and got a hamburger and fries and sat in the parking lot in Omega and ate it. This is great. I love this place. It's always the place that I love to come after I finish a crime, said Shadow darkly. Omega did not need food because he was a robot shaped into a car. Shadow finished eating and threw the garbage in that's right, Omega's trash hole, where he turned litter into gasoline, which was useful. Then Shadow took his penis out. Hey Omega, check this out, said Shadow laughing as he took his big, neat, hard penis and stuck it in Omega's trash hole. Wait, how do I do the robot voice again?
Unauthorized item in trash hole. Error.
Said Omega. That is my penis, man, said Shadow to Omega.
Penis not trash. Not allowed in trash hole.
I can't even do that voice anymore, said Omega to Shadow. Shadow couldn't fit all of his big, strong penis into Omega's trash hole anyways, so he took it out and gave Omega a taste of his balls too. Omega did not recognize Shadow's balls as trash either, which was good, and then Shadow put his balls back and started to drive off with his hand still on his penis. Where is Silver's house? Said Shadow to Omega while he rubbed really quick and hard on his penis with one hand while his other hand was driving. Omega updated his map and showed where Silver's house was on the other side of the dark city. Shadow keeped Keeped, empowering his penis with his one hand and he drove faster and more dangerously. Soon his penis was so big he could hardly see in front of him anymore, and he was zigzagging across the street trying to keep both his penis and his car in control. Dude, I wanted to try and draw Shadow not too long ago. Why did I keep doing this? Penis and his car in control, and he put both hands on his penis and made it do all sorts of things until it was done, and his penis redecorated the inside of Omega with white curtains. Just so you know, that is my semen, said Shadow to Omega. Omega knew that already. Okay. Shadow put both his hands back on the steering wheel and drove faster, but suddenly some loud sounds and flashing lights came up behind him. Walk, walk, walk. Oh, walk, walk, walk. The police is following you, said Omega. Shadow decided to follow the laws and stopped his car on the street and waited for the police to come over to him. Shadow's penis was still big, though, so he tucked it under his leg on the right and stuck it up in the middle of Omega the car, and Shadow put his hand on it. The police came over the front window of Omega and looked at Shadow inside. A cool vehicle, said the police. Thanks, said Shadow back to the police. Said to the police back. Okay, do you know why you were? Do you know that you were breaking the law by going that fast back and forth on the street? Said the police to Shadow, sounding more like Mrs. Lesson than a real person. Yeah, I do. And he patted his hand on his penis. Any chance, Scoob? I can't do that voice. Yeah, I do, said Shadow, and patted his hand on his penis in the middle of the front of the car. Sir, please take your hand off the gear stick in the middle of the car right now, said the police to Shadow. Shadow looked at the police and laughed and said, Haha, that is not the gear stick, that is my penis. It drove off before the police could say anything or even really react at all. You have hang on. You have broken another law, said Omega to Shadow. Shadow laughed because he could see the police far behind him, giving up and going to look for an easier criminal. Now, said Shadow, let's get to Silver's house. Shadow drove the car fast to Silver's house on the other side of the city, and when he got there, he braked the car so hard that that the sound it made was like hearing the world's largest bird get punched in his tummy. Okay, so he didn't know how to spell stomach. Shadow honked the horn, and when he finished honking the horn, Silver jumped out the window and onto the street and into the middle of the side seats of Omega. Hey Shadow, thanks for the ride, said Silver. Cool curtains you put up. Oh, Silver, no. Shadow laughed and said, no problem. Now if I do not hurry up by driving fast, you will be late for the play. Silver said, do not worry, we will get there in time. Silver was another big role in the play, but he was not a huge person like Charmy B. Silver was kind of like Sonic, but less fast. Sonic also had the best morals, but maybe Silver dressed better. But that was kind of thing, too. Silver did have this big hair thing on the front that looked like a marijuana. That's how he spelled marijuana? M-A-R-O-W-A-N-N-A. Though, so maybe Sonic was better at being stylish anyway. It was hard to tell because Silver lived in the city, which was kind of far away from high school. Shadow stepped on the gases and the car went away through the city into the moonlight towards out of the city to high school. It's the high school out of the city. Dude, I was in a country town, and even then the high school was like in the little town. Alright, chapter 14. I don't know how long I can keep going. I'm gonna keep going until someone else shows up here and I die. Bye, Bonnie. Alright, I'm kind of used to him being there now. I guess he just really wanted to hear me read the fanfic as well. Alright. Okay. Chapter 14, The Play. Sonic and Amy got to high school and went to the play, which was at the school. When they got to the auditorium, they were not expecting to be surprised, but they were, because the auditorium was actually full of men and women idiots wanting to see the play. Jesus Christ, dude, I guess he doesn't like the play. Cool young people such as high school students did not come to see the play unless they had to. The place was so full that Sonic and Amy had to sit in bad seats surrounded by strangers that could have been dirty or usually did crime. Sonic looked around the place and saw Rouge and Knuckles Jr., who was a baby, sitting really by the door out, and Tails and Cream all the way on the other side. Which is... Okay, no, that is how you spell where. Which is where they probably would have sat anyways, because Tails hated Sonic to the sky. Sonic also saw Shadow standing around places, but he did not get in the seat because he was too bad for that. We are at the play now, said Amy to Sonic, even though she was surrounded by people who were neither of them. I wonder when it will begin. It's going to start soon, said Sonic back to Amy. What I am wondering is not that, but if Charmy is going to mess up big time, because he's been acting weird all week. I bet you he will. Sonic laughed about this because it did not really matter to him, but it did to Charmy. The play they were doing was The Christmas Story, even though it was not Christmas time, but they thought it would be a good idea to do anyway. In the play, Silver played Joseph, who was Jesus' dad. Charmy played Mary. Charmy played Mary because even though he was not a girl, everyone thought he was anyways. Baby version Jesus was going to be played by Knuckles, who was fitted for the role now that he was a baby. Sonic and Amy sat patiently in the seats they were in, even though Sonic could have been running around. Sonic waited by rubbing Amy's leg and seeing how close he could get his hand to her vagine before she rubbed him off. Sonic determined that Amy was prime and ready for sex because her vagine felt hard and loose as far as he could tell. When he would get close to it with his hands before the play began. He almost forgot totally that he had a deadly ball disease. The play eventually started, and it was just as pretentious as you thought it would be. There was singing and songs, but otherwise it was just like the Christmas Story always was. Mary got a letter from an angel saying she was going to have a baby, but she did not want to have the baby at home because the king would not let babies vote. Sure. So Mary and Joseph rode bikes all the way from London to Jerusalem. Oh, he spells Jerusalem, right? But he can't... fucking hell. When they got there, the hospital was full, so they went to a barn and they had the baby there. It turned out to be the legendary hero Jesus. Through the whole play, Silver did a really good job, and Charmy did an okay job, but everyone sure believed he was a woman because his voice was so high and girls. They then got to the ending where Mary was to have her baby out. Mary flipped on her front and Joseph pulled Jesus out of her butt, which looked totally fake. Sonic could tell, even with the special effects. Joseph held Jesus up to show God and then gave him to Mary, who was actually Charmy. Charmy looked at Jesus, Knuckles, was really close and then reached into his clothing with his hand that was not holding him and pulled out a knife. "Time to get murdered," said Charmy as he started to kill Knuckles. By the way, Knuckles is a baby. Just as he began to do this, Silver bodily flew into them and knocked Knuckles up and away from Charmy. "Oh my god, what is happening?" said Amy, who startled hard. "Charmy is trying to kill Knuckles, obviously," said Sonic to Amy. It was true, and people started being yelling and screaming. Just then, a gunshot came out from the back of the audience. Shadow pulled out his gun from his spot and aimed it at Charmy B from the back of the audience. Shadow fired his gun and the bullet hit his head, but he must have been wearing a gun-proof helmet because the bullet from the gun went off his head and up into the ceiling where it hit a light and the light fell down along with other things. Something from the ceiling fell into the back of the stage where the props were. And one of the props was a bomb that they used for some things. The prop was a real bomb though, and when the thing hit it, the bomb exploded. The bomb exploded like a huge explosion, like a bunch of horses made a fire running through the place. Suddenly, people did not really care about the play anymore because the place was full of fire and could kill you. Rouge and Knuckles Jr. already got out quick right away because they were by the door. Sonic looked and saw Amy next to him. Next to him was almost unconscious because of all the fire and smoke and shocking things. Sonic picked her up and ran out of the auditorium with his fast speed. Sonic found Rouge and Knuckles Jr. outside the hallway where it was safe. "Are you okay?" said Rouge. Knuckles Jr. predicted this would happen, so we sat by the door so we could get out easy. Oh, that was Rouge speaking, whatever. "Yeah, yes, we are okay," said Sonic. "Amy here is going into a shock attack, but it is nothing she will not get over." Sonic looked around and saw people running out, but there was a lot of other people still stuck in the auditorium. Some of them were fainted. People were leaving and not helping other people get out. But the lunch lady, who had ears but was deaf, was running into the auditorium and carrying women and children out. The lunch lady lived in Mongolia by herself as a child and became very strong from carrying trees back from the frozen forests to the villages that she traveled between, so now she could carry stacks of people. Since she was deaf, there should be a comma, all of the noises that the fire was making did not bother her because she could not hear. Sonic saw the lunch lady bring out cream, but Tails was not brought out because he was not a woman or a child. Sonic thought, "Damn, he is still my friend." Sonic swallowed his scary feelings and ran into the building auditorium to Tails, who was passed out in the front. Sonic picked Tails up and ran and brought his body outside to the hallway and began doing CPR on his body. Sonic thought, "This will look sus." But it did not matter because Tails was still his friend. Sonic pushed his body and started kissing him to give him life again. Sonic kept kissing, and Amy and Rouge and Knuckles Jr. watched as he kissed Tails' face. He did the extra apostrophe S for some reason, but Tails was not waking up. "Sonic," said Shadow over on the side, "Charmy has escaped and is running through the school like a murderer now. Stop CPR kissing Tails. You have to help us catch him." Then Silver gave Knuckles to Rouge and said, "He is safe now, but he needs to I'm doing Sonic voice. "He's safe now, but he needs to sleep." Rouge was so happy that she could have kissed him, but did not. Sonic then looked and said, "Amy, finish doing CPR on Tails. I will let you and will not get jealous." Sonic kissed her mouth and felt one of her boobs as he ran off with Shadow and Silver to go catch the guy who was trying to kill baby Knuckles that was now running around the school and could danger them all. I see you're still here, Bonnie. I like how the texture for like the wall is just like a super stretched out like camera pattern, and it's super obvious when you go to like the door buttons. Anybody here? No. I guess no one just shows up while he's here. It's also, oh my god, it's almost been an hour. Alright. Oh my god. Chapter 15, Killer on the Loose. Author's note, I wrote this on a train! Alright, we got a chapter that was written on a train. Alright, sweet. Shadow and Silver ran ahead into the school, but Sonic stopped to go to the bathroom. He then took an enormous, bad-smelling poop. Sonic knew he was very emotional because this poop was so big that when he tried to flush the toilet, the big poop log just folded in half and clogged the toilet easily, while looking like part of a really fat pretzel that you would get at the mall, not like the little ones in bags from the supermarkets. Sonic just said, "Yeah, forget it," and ran out of the now very stinky bathroom after Charmy B. Sonic passed Shadow and Silver, who were in different hallways and going different ways. But he did not pass them at the same time because they were in different hallways. And because even though Sonic was very fast, he could not actually be in two different places at the same time. Sonic went one way, and Shadow went the other way, and Silver went another other way, and it kept happening. One room that Sonic looked in was the art room. It made Sonic remember having art class with Charmy B. Charmy could not control his pretentious urges like everyone else and used all the colors in every picture, where like Sonic just used blue and Amy just used pink and others were also normal like that. Sonic, you're fucking lame. Sonic thought about how this was and that it was still surprising that Charmy could do something like this. Shadow went into a room. Among other rooms, there was a car fixing room, a garage, or a mechanic, or a workshop. Shadow remembered about how he had car fixing class with Charmy, and how Charmy was really terrible at fixing cars because it was not in him to do something like that. Well, it was not in him to do something that was like a man would do. Shadow thought it was weird how Charmy could now do something that was so manly, like killing. And one room that Silver ran into was gym room, where Silver one time had gym class with Charmy B. He remembered how Charmy was positively the worst at sports and being an athlete, so it made him wonder why Charmy could do things that was actually doing something, like killing. Sonic, Shadow, and Silver, Jesus Christ, dude, ran around and around, and eventually they got tired and could just not find Charmy at all. Charmy was trying to be a murderer, but they were just tired of looking for him, so they sat down in chairs and didn't do anything else now. Back in the front of the school, Amy decided that she needed to go to the bathroom. Rouge went with her because she had to go too, and Cream stayed with Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and Tails, who was still trying to become awake. Most people had left the school by now, but there was still some waiting to get into the women's bathroom, but Amy and Rouge did not feel like waiting in line, so they just went to the men's bathroom, where normally it was that the people that were inside were men. Amy and Rouge were not men, so this was against the rules. As soon as Amy opened the door, a superpowered smell hit her in the face. It punched her right in the nose because it was Sonic's poop smell. "Oh my god," screamed Rouge. "What is that smell?" "I have heard this smell a million times before," said Amy to Rouge, who could say this because she was Sonic's girlfriend, meaning that she had been around Sonic pooping. "This is the smell of Sonic's poop." Amy and Rouge went into the bathroom anyways because you could never get a break when it comes to going to the bathroom. No matter what, you always end up going even if you try not to all night. Wait. Amy and Rouge went into the bathroom anyway because you can never get a break when it comes to going to the bathroom. No matter what, you always end up going even if you try not to all night. This dude pissed the bed. Alright. They were holding their hands above their noses, and then Amy opened up a stall door, and then inside was a shocking thing to see, but she saw it anyways. It was Charmy B. "Ah, it's you!" screamed Amy in a scared and shocked way. "You're a murderer!" "Not yet." Hang on. "Not yet," said Charmy B, "but now I will start to be by killing you." Fucking, "You're about to be clipped by an alpha with a cold heart." And then he dies, and then he actually starts crying like a baby. Blah, blah, blah. Charmy jumped at her from inside the stall and into Amy, and they fell back, and Charmy was on top and holding a knife and was about to cut Amy apart when Rouge came over and kicked Charmy, and he flew off her body and over the wall by rolling. "Take this," said Rouge as she flapped her bat wings at Charmy to push all the horrible poop air at him. It all went to him, but then Charmy got up and ran right at Amy with his knife and cut on her leg because he is short, and then jumped back. "Ow," said Amy. "I'm dying." Amy fell backwards and got dizzy. "No, you stay with me," said Rouge. "Use your special move while you can." Amy knew what Rouge was talking about, so Amy used a special attack. Hi, I'm going okay. I have this guy sitting in my room listening to me read Sonic fanfiction. No one else is coming up. I'm doing my best to not check the camera because I don't want him to shout at me. So I don't know. I'm just letting him hang out in the room. Alright. Okay, now. What I'm about to read for what Amy says, it's not what you think it is. I need to give context that Charmy just cut Amy. Like, he just took a swipe at Amy with a knife. So she is bleeding. Like, she's bleeding from like her knee around her leg. Amy shouted, "Girl blood!" and opened her legs, and a stream of blood shot at Charmy. Since Amy was so good at being nice and caring, which is using your heart, Amy was able to speed up her heart so fast that her blood pumped out of her wound onto her leg. Why is it legs? It's just leg. Like a super soaker, filled up by vampires. The blood hit Charmy in the face and body and all over really, and it was steaming and burning him, but he looked like he didn't care. Amy looked shocked and yelled, how could you be so invincible? Then Rouge said, I bet he can't handle my special attack, romance bite. Rouge then flew with her bat wings and went over to Charmy and bit him in the neck using her fangs, and then tried to make him fall in love with her, but it did not work. It's not working, cried Amy. He must have superpowers. He's going to kill us for sure. Amy and Rouge tried to get away from Charmy, but he kept blocking them and coming at them with the knife. They were finally trapped in the corner, holding onto each other with their best in-show boobs pressing up against each other and looking like the sexiest Legos ever? What the fuck? Then all of a sudden, Tails came into the bathroom and threw a piece of electronics at Charmy. Charmy looked up at Tails and said, but you are supposed to be, and it's just robot buzz noise, and then died right there. Tails went over to Amy and Rouge and definitely stopped for a second to check out their boobs without them knowing. Tails, not you too. But then stopped and said, you are safe now. That was not Charmy. It was a robot. A robot? How did you know? Said Amy. Tails, being the smartest, thought it was a question for idiots, but said, I knew as soon as Charmy was not being hurt by Sonic's poop stink. I was watching from the door. Normally Charmy would have complained and passed out from smelling that, but he did not. So I knew as soon as that happened, I ran and went to get a robot killer device for my electronics. Wow, thanks, said Amy and kissed Tails on the cheek for a reward. Really, Tails, you saved us, said Rouge and kissed Tails on the other cheek. This shows that you can be cool. You can be cool by being smart, except if you're a nerd ass. Tails and Amy and Rouge walked out of the bathroom and back to where Cream and Knuckles Jr. was. And soon Sonic and Shadow and Silver came back and they were all back together. The lunch lady was the only person still there, and she saw how tired they looked, so she made them all a bunch of chow meat sandwiches, and they all ate until their tummies were gonna burst. The dude can't spell stomach. He just straight up can't. All the time while they were eating, though, Sonic thought, But then where's Charmy? And where's the guy who made the robot? And so many other things. High school drama is so crazy to be a part of. Next chapter, please. Oh my god, how many more chapters do I have? Chapter 16 of 25. Fuck, okay, less than 10. I'm surprised no one else is showing up into the door. I'm not opening up my camera to see if anybody else has spawned in, but still. You know what? I'm giving it 2 more chapters and then I'm gonna call it. Alright. Chapter 16, Responsibilities. It was now a new day of school and Sonic went to it. Sonic took a peek at the auditorium where the bomb had gone off last night and it looked like they were fixing it. So that was good. Sonic went to his first class and his second class and then all of the classes after that until lunch, which is what he was at now. Sonic went to his lunch table and was about to say, "Hey guys," but then he looked at his normal lunch table and he thought, "What happened?" Tails was not here because he has been mad at Sonic. Knuckles was not here because he was now a baby and with Rouge. Espio was not here because he was at the hospital after fighting with Knuckles before he became a baby, and Charming was not here because he was still in a disappearing mystery. The only people there were Shadow and Vector. Hey guys, said Sonic. What is going on with high school? It sure is crazy, laughed Vector while he ate his yellow sandwich. Has anything new happened today? By the way, the sandwich is important. Has anything new happened today? Said Sonic to them. Didn't you hear? Said Shadow. Espio is back from the hospital. He would be here at lunch right now, but he is getting all of his work from his teachers. That reminds me, said Vector. Also, Knuckles is having trouble with his grades now that he has become a baby. He has not turned in any of his homework or tests and he is going to fail high school and get kicked out if he doesn't do them. Well, that's tough, said Sonic. Then all of a sudden the announcement speaker came in. Attention teenagers, said the announcement speaker. Amy and Rouge have detention for going into the boys' room last night after the play. Please go there immediately. Oh no, said Sonic so immediately. Looks like they're gonna be in there for a long time, said Shadow. There's no way I can become true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy if she is trapped in detention by having sex, said Sonic. Sonic was so upset now. Then the announcement speaker came on again. Attention teenagers, Sonic, please come to the office, said the speaker. Uh-oh, looks like you're in trouble too, said Vector. Vector was always making people mad. He was definitely an asshole to be around. Sonic got embarrassed like when Miss Lesson read out his balls problems, and he ran out of the lunchroom through the halls with his head down, not looking or talking to anyone, and went to the office. Hello? Said Sonic to the office. What do you want? Here, this is for you, said the school worker, who had long hair and a star tattoo with an outline on her face. Jolene Cujo? From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, is it the butterfly? Ah, fuck, I don't remember. Rouge left it for you before going to detention. By the way, I've already read, like, the chapter, some stuff. Detention in this universe is like a detention camp. Not like the thing where you sit in a room for, like, 30 minutes after school. And, like, just do nothing. Rouge left it for you before going into detention. Sonic went over to the desk she was at and was looking at and pointing to, and found out what she was talking about, which was Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. with a note attached to them that said, "Please take care of us while Rouge and Espio are not around." Sonic was so surprised. He had never taken care of a baby before. Forget too, especially when one of them was his friend after becoming a baby. "Thank you for coming so quickly," said Knuckles Jr. "I was getting hungry." Knuckles Jr. was red. Sonic picked up Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and put them in his backpack and went to the rest of his classes and then went home. Sonic got home and opened his backpack and took Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. out and then put them on his bed. "Welcome to my room. Don't check out the pornos on my desk if you don't want to see them," said Sonic. "You're both only babies." Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. laughed and ate food that Sonic brought up for them after they laughed. Hey Sonic, said Knuckles. "You gotta help me out with my homework. It is very hard to write as a baby." So then Sonic helped Knuckles. I like you. By all accounts. Okay, there we go. Blah 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 blah. They helped Knuckles learn to write. As he finished doing his homework as a baby. Knuckles probably did a lot of things wrong, but Sonic did not care because homework was boring. Sonic then went to mow the lawn, which made his balls itch extra, and then he went back upstairs, but stopped on the stairs to put some soothing whatever word on his balls. I'm not replacing a word, I just don't know how to pronounce it. "So what do you guys do for fun?" said Sonic to Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. "Well," said Knuckles, "can we tell you when you promise you won't tell anyone?" Don't worry," said Knuckles Jr. to Knuckles. "I can tell he will not tell anyone. Wow." No, wow, we were. Okay then, said Knuckles to Sonic. Oh, that's weird. No, I'm skipping that line. Cool, said Sonic. Show me. So Knuckles and okay, no. Illegal stuff happening. Wow, I can tell you're both gonna be romance experts when you grow up, said Sonic. I would ask you for tips, but it would probably be against the law. Sonic then asked them to do the thing one more time, and they did, but Sonic, what the fuck is wrong with you? They all had root beer and then talked about which girls are the hottest. Which girl do you think is the hottest? Said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. I know, my answer is Amy. Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, so this was very good of him to say. It proves that he should be able to have sex with her. No way, said Knuckles. Just then Sonic wanted to slug that little child in the mouth for saying ugly about his girlfriend, but didn't. Ugh, the hottest girl is Rouge. None of them could not say that Rouge was not attractive because she had the absolute biggest boobs in the tri-state area. My opinion is different, said Knuckles Jr. I think the hottest girl is Charmy. They all laughed so hard because Charmy was so much like a girl, except not hot. Everyone knew that laughing was good for them, even if Charmy was kidnapped or dead, and that it made them feel healthy. Knuckles Jr. was definitely the coolest baby because everyone could get along with him, and he could do jokes also. Then they all got out of their clothes and into bedtime clothes and went to sleep. It's called pajamas. Sonic was sleeping just fine normally until there was a whisper at the edge of his face. Sonic, said the whisper. Sonic. Sonic opened his eyes and saw the person whispering to him, and who he saw was right there was Knuckles Jr. What is it, Knuckles Jr.? Said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. I was sleeping until you whispered my name to me. I had to... whoa. Whatever. Oh no, I had a vision, said Knuckles Jr. I know who the real killer man is, and I know what Shari is. Wow. Chica showing up? No. No one has shown up. It's been like 20 minutes. Breaking in. Oh my god, there's another fucking sex scene. Author's note, if you have any comments or compliments or questions or suggestions, please leave a review or comment. I really like getting them and it makes me want to write more. I could probably write a Wikipedia about everything in the series so far. Okay, buddy. Ass! This window will not open, not even a little, said Sonic as he tried pushing the window of the house where Charmy B was in Knuckles Jr.'s vision. Sonic even put his back up against the wall and tried using the top of his head and hands to push up on it, but it would just not move because it was such a big and heavy closed window. It looks like you're having a hard time, said Knuckles Jr. Weak pussy. Knuckles Jr. laughed because he was kidding, but Sonic did not think that it was funny and gave him a look that was like he just took the pickles off of Sonic's hamburger that he practically asked for pickles on. In addition, Sonic really liked pickles. Oh, based. We need help, but I do not want to bring someone else to this problem, said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. thinking. Sonic thought about, who is strong? He thought about some people like Knuckles, but then he remembered he is now a baby and hence thus not a strong guy. And Tails, who was not strong, but probably had some strong robots. And Espio, who was probably about the same strongness as Sonic, but Sonic didn't want to ask him for help because that would be like saying, you are stronger than me. And Sonic did not want to say that to Espio. He also thought of Big the Cat. I didn't want to talk to him because he was always weird. I skipped a whole line. That was not good. There was only one other person Sonic could think of. Come with me, Knuckles Jr., said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. It was the middle of the night, and Sonic and Knuckles Jr. went up to the door of a different house. Ding dong, said the doorbell when he opened it. Press it again, said Knuckles Jr. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. The doorbell again. Sonic pressed it. Sonic saw the lights flashing on and off inside the house every time he pressed it, and laughed because it was so annoying, and the person inside the house was probably just trying to sleep. But Sonic needed help so too bad. To finally open, it was the lunch lady from the high school who was deaf. What is it, children? Said the lunch lady. Since she was deaf when she talked, it sounded weird and kind of like Big the Cat. Where you think she is, a word, but she actually is not, and it's just because she is deaf, so everything she says sounds totally wrong. It sounded more like, "What is it, children?" Oh dang. God, I hope this is on the end of the list, because this might be a really rough one to do, just because of how long it takes to, like, play this mode specifically. Whoa, Bonnie! Alright, then normal luggage. Big the Cat was a word there, so that was different. "We need your help. It's very important," said Sonic, and made a face like a beggar idiot to get her to say yes. "Okay, I will help you," said the lunch lady. "Who is..." I can't do that voice. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. were so excited that they high-fived right there, but that was just what they needed to do, because they wanted to. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. and the lunch lady went back to the house where Charmy was and went to the window that Sonic could not open. "Oh, please open this window," said Sonic to the lunch lady. The lunch lady walked over to the window, and with just her pinky finger, she opened the window like she was a walking elephant picking up a piece of a string, because it was so easy. "Wow, thank you," said Sonic and Knuckles Jr. at the same time in the middle of the night. "No, that is not how you thank me," said the lunch lady. When the lunch lady lived in Bangladesh as a young woman, she learned about the ancient tradition of sex thanking and explained it all to Sonic. Can I skip this? Don't say Pac-Man. Okay, blah blah blah, you're welcome, laugh. You're welcome, laughed Sonic smoothly to the lunch lady, and looked like Knuckles Jr., who was watching with big eyes but did not say anything. The lunch lady put her clothes on and shook his hand and said that the people of Bangladesh would be very impressed with him, and that if he ever wanted to visit there, to just tell her so she could buy plane tickets for him and all of his friends. The lunch lady was really nice, even if she had weird ideas that she got from being in Asia when she was little. She went back home to go to sleep. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. then went inside the window. "Is it there? I know it," said Knuckles Jr., who was pointing at a closet in the room they were in, which was now on the inside of her house, and it was a bedroom inside. Sonic and Knuckles tipped over to the closet, opened it up, and and what the saw was surprising and shocking and scary. It was Charmy B's body, all dead and bloody, oh my god, and rotting and cut up to pieces. Holy shit. Wow, he's completely dead," said Sonic, who was so shocked that he could not think about anything else. It was true. This time it was really Charmy, and he was dead. "Oh my god, I've seen so many shocking things for the first time today. Wow," said Knuckles Jr. Sonic went down and picked up a piece of his body and saw bite marks in it. Sonic was about to say something, and then all of a sudden this happened. "What are you idiots doing here?" shouted Vector. "How did you get in here?" "That window, bitch dick." Jesus Christ, said Sonic as he felt a sudden rage build up inside him, like the foam from cream soda going over the top of the glass when someone pours it like an idiot ass. "What is wrong with you? Why'd you do this? Why are you a murderer?" Let me show you," said Vector as he ran at Sonic and Knuckles Jr., chomping his teeth in the style of an alligator. And we're gonna quickly scroll through this. "Now you must open this, please. No, why'd you kill Charmy?" Oh god, I'm trying to figure out if I should keep going or not. Oh man. Oh nice. Dang. That's a lot more games than I completed. And I haven't even completed. Have I completed the fan game? No, I'm pretty sure I have played and beaten a fan game once before. Granted, I don't think it was that scary. Oh, it was Five Nights at Sonic's. That's right. Yeah. the style wasn't as scary, and I was like, oh, Sonic the Hedgehog, and played that. Oh shit, I'm running low on water. Actually. What can I do for the rest of the chapter indexes? Murderer. What is the next chapter? It's got a title. Tales and Cream. Oh, that's Tales and Cream stuff. Okay, never mind. 5 Nights at Diggity. Okay. Let me close the door, jerk. Yeah, no one else is spawning. Okay. That's so weird. Why is no one else spawning? Someone should still show up even though he's here. It's weird. Alright, you know, I'm gonna do a coin toss to see if I should keep going or not, because I know I'll need to quickly go and do something, if not. Alright, coin toss. Coin flip. Heads I keep going, until I finish with, this magnificent series, or tails I stop. Alright, best out of 3. Okay, tails won 1. Alright, tails won twice. Oh, that's it, I guess. Damn. Alright, then. Alright. Alright, Bonnie, you can kill me now. Alright, heads up. Loud, scary noise. Fucking hell, that's way too loud. Jesus Christ. Fuck that, I should have muted the thing. No, fuck, Jesus Christ, dude, no. Fuck me. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus Christ. No, that was way too loud. Oh, I didn't like that. Alright, I'm switching back to... Oh, that's right. I forgot I had this thing. This shitty bit, and I was like, actually, no, this bit sucks. Yeah, give me normal. I'm gonna close this game now. Get out of here. 5 Nights at Freddy's real time. Holy shit, dude, that was so fucking loud. Why was it so loud? That was, Jesus Christ, dude, no. That was bad. That was really bad. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I'm gonna say that's it for me now. It's late. Dude, imagine if I did the whole 6 hours. That would be insane. Also, shout out to the final, like, split second of the game over screen where the eye gets sucked back into that animatronic and it looks at you. It looks at the camera. No, fuck that. How the fuck am I gonna sleep? Dear God. Alright, whatever, who cares? Yeah, that was it. That was it for tonight. I think I did a decent job. Granted, I kind of cheated a little bit by letting Bonnie get in one of the doors, and just for some reason, no one else wanted to show up for like an hour. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about that. I will complain about how loud that jump scare was. Oh my Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. That was fun. Actually, that's definitely a fanfic that I was reading throughout all of it. That also has shredded my throat completely. I can barely do any voices. I should think of something else to do where I can finish reading the rest of that. I'll think of something. I'll try and think of something that shouldn't take too much effort to do. That I can set things up and it just gets rolling. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me today. Hopefully, it was at least somewhat entertaining where I was reading that thing that was definitely a story that was written by a person in a certain time frame, certain years. But yeah, that's it for me to now. That's it for me now. Uh, I don't know. Drink 3 liters of water, eat something healthy, uh, and don't stay up too late. You don't want to have a weird and wacky sleep schedule. Yeah, that's it for me. I don't know. See you tomorrow.